Welcome to the jungle, everyone. I think I timed that right. You might have gotten a little hiccup there for a second, but I think we're live now. All right, so playoff football yet again. We are so very close to figuring out kind of how everything's going to work out. Obviously, yesterday the Browns demolished the Texans. The Dolphins proved themselves to be complete and utter frauds. Today, you've got the Packers just absolutely beating the ever-loving hell out of the Cowboys. 48 to... Wow, holy crap. The Cowboys actually had a little bit of a comeback there. Not enough of one, obviously, but Packers end up winning that game 48 to 32. I imagine Tom Grossi is absolutely out of his mind, ecstatic over that victory. Majestic YT, what's going on, my man? We suck. Yes, I'm sorry, Majestic. The Cowboys. I picked the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl. People kept asking me, who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl? And I said the Cowboys would. I was very wrong about that one. You know, it's funny because yesterday I was talking about how big of frauds the Dolphins are because I'm like, well, you know what? They only beat one good team all year, and it was the Cowboys, and apparently that's not even accurate either. So this is even more proof of how absolutely fraudulent the Dolphins are, man. So, yeah. Sorry to the Cowboys. The Cowboys just got obliterated by the Packers. Made it a little bit, made that final score looked not quite as horrendous there at the end, but it's still it was a bad game. So we got 3 more games left to go. We got the Rams and Lions tonight. That's the one that we're going to be watching together. Tomorrow we got Steelers Bills, and then we got Eagles Buccaneers at the end of the day. Now I'm going to try to stream one of those games, but I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty. I've got this one school assignment I really got to get done, I'm gonna knock it out tomorrow. But if I don't get it done by 4:30, I'm not gonna be able to do that Steelers Bills game. And so, maybe I'll do the Eagles Buccaneers game. Root for my boy Baker Mayfield. But we'll just have to see about tomorrow. But tonight we're here. We got Rams, we got Lions, we got Majestic YT who said don't root for the Cowboys. Well, I wasn't rooting for the Cowboys necessarily, Majestic. I was actually kind of rooting for the Cowboys. I was hoping that they'd pull it off. Partially because Tom Grossi's reaction videos would be hilarious. If the Cowboys if the Cowboys beat the Packers, it'd be a funny reaction video from Tom Grossi. But at the same time, I'm also happy for Tom because he deserves to watch his team do well. I wish my team was doing well. But, yeah. But I was also kind of rooting for you, Majestic. I also kind of wanted to be right, too. But no such luck. No such luck. Mikey just got done off your stream. Yep, I came said hi there for a minute. Mike McCarthy. You know what? That's actually so. Mikey posed this question in his on his live stream, Majestic, and I would like your idea. So after this big blowout, do you think Mike McCarthy should be on the hot seat? Obviously, you're pretty emotional, so I don't know how much of a reasoned response you're going to be able to give us, but why don't you let me know what you think? I'm not even making excuses for the game all around. It was terrible coaching, game plan, everything. Well, you know what, Majestic? I've been there. The Bengals have had some bad playoff losses before. Back during the Andy Dalton years. Yeah, no, I get it. It sucks. I listened to We Are the World before I hit go live. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad you really like the song, Mikey. I did not listen to We Are the World before. I ate some spicy chicken sausage meatballs and some gochujang rice cakes. And God, I'm actually still kind of hungry. I wonder if we have any more. I don't know. They were also pretty spicy. That gochujang kind of hits pretty hard, so maybe I probably shouldn't. But I do have beer, and I was gonna drink. And alcohol is pretty good about neutralizing the capsaicin. So I don't know. Probably not. I am still kind of hungry though. I don't know. Probably don't want to eat on camera though. That'd be weird, right? Be kind of weird. So yeah, tomorrow, Steelers-Bills. I'd like to stream the Steelers-Bills game. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get to it. It just really depends on how much I can get done in the morning. And then Eagles-Buccaneers. I'd also like to stream that game. It just really depends, like I said, on how much I can get done. So we're going to try. I believe if we had a offensive coordinator, we would have put up a good fight. No? I mean, fair enough. You know, maybe you shouldn't have let Kellen Moore go to the Chargers. But then again, I believe a lot of Cowboys fans were, like, done with Kellen Moore, if I recall correctly. Dallas Cowboys going to the Super Bowl, eh? No, they're not, Mark. Nope. I'll take my lumps on that one. I was wrong. Who's going to win the Super Bowl now? I don't know. Like, I still feel like it's going to be an NFC team. So maybe whoever wins between the Rams and the Lions, you know? Because I don't believe in the Eagles. I'd love to see the Buccaneers. I just don't believe they're going to do it, you know? Like, I don't really believe the Buccaneers are actually going to be there. Mikey says Texans-Packers, and, like, no, the Packers. I'm shocked the Packers, like, the Packers look really good. I'm not going to lie. I don't think that the Packers are actually going to finish that strong. No Bucks. I'm sorry, Mikey. I'd love to see Baker do it. That's all I'm saying. I'd love to see Baker do it and really stick it to the Browns, you know. Kyle Ace says, Indy H, let's go. Let's go. And for those of you who don't speak Kyle, that's nice dick, homie. But yeah, Kyle Ace, you from the council? You from the council, Kyle Ace? Or are you the Kyle who the Bengals fan Kyle, who I'm friends with? I don't know. Whoever you are, welcome to the channel. If you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. We are very close to my end of season goal of 500 subscribers, so I'm hoping we hit it. And you know what? If you are from the council, why don't you go let the council know? Let the council know, because I bet you anything the council will help a homie out. So that'd be pretty cool. All right. Let's go. I knew the Packers were going to win. Evan Barnes. Screw Evan Barnes. Well, now here's the thing. Like, I thought there was a chance the Packers might win. I didn't think it was going to happen. I thought the Cowboys were going to go all the way this year. Obviously. That's like one of the key rules of being a human. One of the key rules of being a human and watching football is never believe in the Browns, and in the last 30 years, never believe in the Cowboys. And I broke that rule. I should not have believed in the Cowboys. I thought they were going to do it. I guess I was wrong. I don't even know who I really think is the favorite now. Like, I mean, the Texans look really good. It would be hard to bet against the Chiefs just because the Chiefs have, like, you know, Satan on their side. And Satan's pretty powerful when it comes to winning football games, guys. So, I don't know. Buffalo's pretty good. I just don't know if I trust Josh Allen to make it through the whole season, or the whole postseason, and like consistently play well the whole time. I don't know. It's really a toss-up. It's hard this year. That's part of why I said Cowboys, because I just didn't know who I really thought was going to win. Like, obviously, the Ravens are probably the best team in the playoffs right now, just based off of like what we saw in the regular season. But I don't even think they're all that good, you know? I just don't think they're all that good. Kyle Ace retracted both of his comments. I was going to get this. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I was going to get to your comments here in a second. I think you said something about being a Bucs fan. Oh, here you go. I'm from the council. I live in Australia, and I'm a Bears fan. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Being a Bears fan can't be too much fun. But you're from Australia, so I mean, just how did you end up being a Bears fan if you're from Australia? I'd like to hear that story. We are gonna have a crazy offseason. That's true. Honestly, I think you should stick with Justin Fields, because obviously Caleb Williams doesn't want to play for you, right? So I think you should stick with Justin Fields and use your draft positioning to put a better team around him. Because I think Justin Fields is a solid quarterback. You know, I think he needs more help. Like the Bears are weird, man. Jalen Hurts, doubtful for tomorrow night. All right. Well, you know what? Maybe the Baker train's gonna roll, boys. Maybe the Baker train's gonna roll. Heard it here first. I looked at my We Are the World parody script. Oh. I'm interested to hear it, Mikey. If you ever put it out, let me know. Mikey, why were you rooting against the Cowboys? Out of spite, probably. A lot of people are rooting against the Cowboys, Majestic. Dude, look, Majestic, you're my boy. But, like, let's be honest. Cowboys fans are... People don't like the Cowboys for a reason, and Cowboys fans are a big part of it. Evan Barnes. I don't even know who Evan Barnes is. Who's Evan Barnes? The Bills have been winning recently in spite of Josh Allen, especially these last 5. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, Josh Allen kind of worries me. And so, like, how far can they really make it? You know? How far can the Bills really make it if Josh Allen's unreliable? That's the thing. Like, I don't trust them to get through like a 4-game win streak to get to the Super Bowl. You know? Like, I mean, I think they can beat the Steelers because like it shouldn't be that hard to beat the Steelers, even though they win too much. But I don't know. I don't know. I want to believe in the Bills. I just have a lot of trouble doing it. Evan Barnes appears to be a reporter from Southern California, so it must be some sort of Cowboys-related thing, though, because he's tweeting a lot about the Cowboys. He said that's why they call an FU touchdown, just for kicks and giggles to throw dirt on already buried competition. Housed in front of company, shameful defensive effort, excellent play by Love/Jones. Yep, well, if you don't want an FU touchdown, then stop them. We talked about that all last night. Because apparently Dennis Allen apologized to the Falcons for winning. What a joke. Even if that wasn't Dennis Allen's call to do that touchdown, you got to back up your players, man. It's weak. It's already on YouTube. I'll check it out. Born in Cali, my family's from Chicago. I married an Australian I met while living in Hawaii and moved here and became a dual citizen. Oh, there you go. So you've been around. You've been around quite a bit. So your family's from Chicago. That's how you ended up being a Bears fan. That's fair enough. My dad was a Bengals fan, and I had season tickets to Bengals games growing up. And the Bengals it was the 90s, man. The Bengals were awful, just god awful in the 90s. It was pathetic. It was awful. But me being a little 6-year-old kid, going to games with my dad, that was a fun memory. I barely even remember what the scores were. They were probably all very bad. But I barely remember the results. I just remember going to the games with my dad, and that was awesome. And so that's why I'm a Bengals fan, I mean, like, I'm also from Cincinnati, but, like, I don't know if I would have gravitated toward the home team naturally. Like, I do now. I gravitate towards Cincinnati sports now, but it's because of the Bengals, It's not because, like, I mean, I like my city, don't get me wrong, but, like, I mean, there have been times in my life I didn't like my city. So, I mean, like, I could have seen myself being a fan of a different team if my dad hadn't been such a huge influence in my life with those with those Bengals games when I was growing up, But it was pretty painful. Because they were bad. I'm 2-1 at the Saints games. I think Mikey, I don't know. If I had to bet, as far as me attending Bengals games, I don't know what my record is because, like, I mean, I could probably do a pretty good guess, but I also know that, like, there were some games that me and my dad weren't able to go to, right? And especially in the 2000s, my dad started having to sell some of the season tickets, so we didn't go to every game. And then by, like, I think 2009, he just didn't have the season tickets. And he's got them again now, but he didn't have them there for a while. But I don't know if I would be able to go back and figure out which games I actually went to. Because, like, frankly, honestly, looking back, like, before, I can't remember any individual games that I actually attended. I remember I went to the Bengals-Chiefs game from back when like Chad Johnson guaranteed that they were going to beat the Chiefs, and the Chiefs were like the best team in the league, and the Bengals were like scrappy, but like people were still like, hey, prove it. And I think it was like 2003 or something like that. But Chad Johnson guaranteed that they beat the Chiefs, and then they did it. And I think I remember being there for that game. That was like the first game I think I like actually I can go back and recall. Like I remember being there. I remember being at the game, and I remember the seats we had and everything, and I remember seeing all the Bengals players like on the, I remember seeing like, Carl Pickens catch touchdowns and stuff, I remember seeing Darnay Scott, being a big Darnay Scott fan, and Jeff Blake, that was my boy, but at the same time, I don't actually remember really at all who we played in those games, and I remember we probably lost most, if not all of them, and I actually don't even remember paying too much attention to the result of the game back then. I just remember being there, seeing the Bengals, and being like, yeah, it's the Bengals, that's my favorite team, and not really having any idea what's actually going on during the game, other than like individual plays, and being like, wow, look at that run, he ran it really good, but probably not having any idea what the actual score was the whole time, because if you're a Bengals fan in the 90s, the only way you're enjoying that is by not paying attention to the score, honestly. Those are some bad teams. But I think, if I recall, I think I asked my dad. I think he said I started going in the 97 season, which kind of makes sense because I remember there being this big thing about Boomer Esiason coming back, and I believe that happened in 97, maybe 98. But it was around 97, 98 I started going to games, and then I just don't remember which ones we actually went to and which ones we weren't able to make it to. So, like, I wouldn't be able to go back and, like, tally out, like, what my record is at Bengals games. If I had to bet, it's probably pretty bad, because, I mean, we had season tickets in the 2002 season, right? We won 2 games that whole damn year. So, I mean, they've been winning more often lately. It's like, since I start remembering being at Bengals games, I'd imagine the Bengals have a pretty good record of me attending games. Like, it's probably like a 65-35 type of ratio as far as like wins to losses or something like that. But if you count in all those games I went to in the 90s, like, they got to be well under 500 for me going to Bengals games. You know what? I could, like, I'm not going to do it right now because it would just take too much effort. And there's Eminem on the broadcast. Gotta love that. But, I could probably go back and calculate it out. I don't really want to do that right now on the broadcast, but that's an interesting thought process. I kind of wonder what my record is for, what the Bengals record is for when I'm at Bengals games, because that's going to be pretty interesting. There you go, Kyle. Always love a Kyle. Always love a Kyle. Gotta get that fellow Kyle energy going on. Gotta get it going on. All right. So what do y'all think about... I actually had a Bengals account on Twitter put out a poll the other day. And... earlier today. And but it was asking about the Lions-Rams game. And basically he asked who deserves to beat up on their former team more, Jared Goff or Matt Stafford. And I said Jared Goff personally. I'd like to hear what you guys think. Like, who deserves this win more against his former team, Matt Stafford or Jared Goff. And I personally think it's Jared Goff, right? Because, like, while the Lions definitely held Matt Stafford back for years and fair enough and everything, he did eventually get to go to a good team, and he won a damn Super Bowl. And they sent him out with, like, a hero send-off, too. Like, they still love Matt Stafford there in, Detroit. Probably they don't love him too much today. Although I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't get a standing ovation. But yeah, that was a whole thing. But, like, Jared Goff basically just got, like, kicked out of LA. Like, Sean McVay was like, "Get out of here, bro." Like Jared Goff got screwed essentially by his team, and then there was a whole thing with, like, the contracts. Like, they gave him a big contract, but then they decided they don't want him anymore, and so they basically, like, they sold the farm just to get rid of his contract. And that's got to be, like, I would imagine that has got to be, like, a bit of an ego hit, like. like to have a team not want you so badly that they're willing to give up draft capital to get rid of you. That's gotta suck, you know. So yeah. Am I the Kyle that runs the Council of Kyle NFL subgroup? No, I'm not. I'm in it though. I'm there in International Council of Kyle. I know I'm not in that group, but I know the guy who runs it. The guy who runs it, his name is Kyle Neese, he's a big Bengals fan, right? But I'm not the same. I'm not that same guy. But like I'm definitely posting in that group from time to time. But no, his name is Kyle Neese, and yeah, he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. I don't know him personally, like in my personal life, but you know I talk to him a decent amount because we're both Bengals fans, and we vibe on that. So win Panthers, L Bengals, win Giants. What? Yeah. You went to. I remember you saying that you went to the game where the Bengals beat the Saints, and that sucks. But at least you won those other two games. And I don't know when you went to play the Panthers, but like I mean, yeah, I'd imagine at the time the Panthers were probably better than they are now. Daniel Barry Sports Highlight says, "Yo, all right." So the Lions will be getting the ball first as the Rams kick the ball off, and that might go through the uprights. No, not quite. Not that it would matter, but it's always kind of cool to see the kickoff go through the uprights, but not this time. No, but it is a touchback. I had my first nosebleed on stream. Oh God, ugh, that can't be good, Mikey. I very happy to say I have never had something like that happen while I'm on stream. I'm not even sure how. I'd probably just like I don't know. I might just like end the stream honestly, so I can go take care of it because I don't want to like stay on stream like that. You know, that's rough. All right, Jared Goff's gonna hand the ball off to number 5. I think it's David Montgomery. And he has a nice little hole there, picks up the first down. There you go. Yep, that's David Montgomery. I should probably bring up the rosters. I usually do that, but I kind of had to rush because I wasn't quite ready when I first started putting together the stream. Lions roster, Goff. Yeah, I think it's definitely Goff. I think both guys won it, but I think Goff deserves to beat up on his former team. You know. Speaking of which, Jared Goff takes a shotgun snap. He's going to wind up. He throws, and he's got a man who spins around, makes a guy miss, but ends up falling down and doesn't really gain any extra yards. It's still about a 5-yard pickup. But yeah, no. The running around and making the guy miss was cool, but he didn't really get anything extra out of it. All right. I have these rosters up. Now I'm hoping we get a good game because we haven't really gotten a good game in the NFL playoffs so far. Goff's gonna pitch it out right to David Montgomery, and he's just like Swiss cheese right through that Rams defense, and he gets another first down. But yeah, I'm hoping we get a good game because we haven't really had any good games. The Browns-Texans game was good in the first half, and then the Browns imploded. But I mean, all these other games have just been like the Dolphins game was just. I was streaming that one, and I was complaining the whole time. Like, dude, this game sucks. Like, this game's awful. And then Packers Cowboys. I can't imagine. I didn't really watch that one, but I can't imagine it was a great one because it was a blowout for the Packers. Nice, Jared Goff over the middle, hits number 8 in stride. And that's going to be about another 20-yard pickup or so. Another first down for the Lions. Josh Reynolds, by the way, is the name of that wide receiver. Yeah, nice little post route there. And Jared Goff throws a dime. Dude, Jared Goff's a good quarterback. Like, he got a bad rap there in L.A. because he wasn't like, Patrick Mahomes or something like that. But Jared Goff's a solid quarterback. Like, people are calling him a bust because he didn't live up to like his big like first round hype or anything like that. But dude, Jared Goff's been turned into a pretty solid quarterback. I think the Lions are pretty happy to have him. He's expensive, but still. All right, David Montgomery plows forward, picks up about 7 yards, and I gotta say that Rams defense is definitely not looking like the same Rams defense that really made us sad in the Super Bowl. That is definitely not the Super Bowl Rams defense because David Montgomery is making them look silly. so far. I want the Lions to win and have Packers-Lions NFC Championship to knock the Packers out. Well, that would be quite the turn of events there. All right, it's going to be a short dump-off screen to, I believe that was Amon-Ra St. Brown. Either way, yep, it's St. Brown, and he picks up the first down. So, yeah, the Rams aren't really providing much resistance on this drive, gotta say. Lions-Packers NFC Championship would be interesting. It definitely would be interesting, Kyle. I still want to see Baker Mayfield win it all, though. Like, so that's just my thing. Like, now if Jalen Hurts doesn't play, then maybe the Buccaneers surprise the Eagles next week. I don't know. I don't really see them getting all the way to the Super Bowl, but like, yeah, I can dream. All right, Jared Goff's going to throw it short that time to Sam Laporta, and he's going to pick up about 5 on the catch. I went the year the Panthers started 3-0 and tanked the rest of the year. We won 18-10. Well, there you go. You probably felt pretty good at the time because, like, you didn't know if the Panthers were good or bad at that point. So, there you go. Thankfully, no one was watching. Yeah, well, I was watching for a little bit, but I wasn't, was making dinner, eating dinner and stuff. I wasn't able to stay for a whole long period of time. But glad you got it taken care of at least. Jared Goff, he's going to throw, and he's got a man. He's got Josh Reynolds down to about the 1-yard line. That was a strike by Jared Goff. And once again, this Rams defense. Where is this Rams defense in the Super Bowl, man? What a missed opportunity that Super Bowl was for the Bengals, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, once Joe Burrow's back and healthy next year, I think we can make another run at it. But, man, it's just like, yeah, you were there. You were there, and you were so close to winning it. You just couldn't pull it off. All right, Jared Goff's going to hand the ball off to David Montgomery, and that time he is stuffed. He picks up most of the remaining yardage, but it's only about a yard total, and it was about 1.5 yards to the end zone, so it's going to be about a half a yard to go. Packers-Cowboys was great for me. Well, if you were rooting for the Packers, I'd imagine it was, Mikey. I mean, personally, like, it doesn't matter who I'm rooting for. I think what I generally root for in a game where I don't really have any loyalties is I root for a good game, yeah. All right, handoff to David Montgomery, and I think he got in that time. All right, they're signaling. It's a touchdown for the Lions. Let's go. There we go. Lions get on the board. Gotta say. I don't remember who it was, but I remember in Dan Campbell's first season with the Lions, I was singing his praises, this season didn't turn out exactly the way the Lions would have loved it, but I really think this Dan Campbell guy is something. And I had somebody who was trying to argue with me in the comments, or in the chat, and they were like, "Nah, dude, Dan Campbell, I don't think he's all that good." Well, look at the Lions now, man. Like, I mean, the Lions are legitimate Super Bowl contenders. I mean, look at the way they're just making this Rams defense look silly. The Detroit Lions are legitimate Super Bowl contenders. And I'm not even saying, this, obviously, we're in the first quarter of this game. I'm not saying they're, gonna, easily run away with this game or anything like that. I'm just saying, this Lions team looks really good right now. You can't deny that. Probably ought to turn that on silent. Hold on, need to take care of some dumb adulting stupid stuff. Give me 1 second. That sounds like a nightmare. What sounds like a nightmare, Mikey? I was probably talking about something and you responded to it in the moment, but I'm not 100% sure what you're referring to. 147. $3? Is that it? Okay. Sorry, I know this isn't great. This isn't great viewing or anything like that, but it's something I really need to take care of real quick. Oh my God, all these banking security things, man. I mean, I get it. I don't want fraud any more than any other person, but it just makes things difficult. Oh my God, what is up with my phone? Okay, all right. So that was just great television, wasn't it? Every day I wonder why DA still has a job. You know what? After what you told me, Mikey, after what you told me about how he apologized to the Falcons for winning, yeah, no, I agree. I don't understand how. I forget. God, who's the Saints owner? Who is the Saints owner? Gail Benson. Okay, well, I don't know how Gail Benson doesn't see Dennis Allen apologizing for winning. Unless Dennis Allen did that because Gail Benson demanded him to. Like, I mean, that could have been... I mean, maybe that's Dennis Allen just doing it off the cuff. Maybe that's Gail Benson basically saying, no, you have to apologize because... I mean, I don't know. She's like a billionaire. How much of a big football person is she really? I don't know. But I mean, you know, that could be Dennis Allen just saying that. That could be Gail Benson, you know, basically giving down the order like, hey, you know, your job is to do what I say, and I say you must apologize for that because I think it's classless or something. So I mean, just giving DA a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, that just seems like such a weak move from him, you know. Like, and if he isn't being fired, then it sounds like it's probably what ownership wanted, which then, like I said, makes me think that maybe ownership told him to do that. And then it's just like, you know, when in Dennis Allen's position, it's like you can't really tell somebody no when you're, you know, haven't really been particularly good at your job. I don't know. The Baker Mayfield winning a Super Bowl sounds like a nightmare. I'm sure it does, you know. I mean, I wish he was on a different team, Mikey, so that I didn't have to root for the Buccaneers for you, but yeah. You know, that would be crazy though if the Buccaneers actually pulled it off and won the Super Bowl. Like, that would be absolutely nuts. All right, Matthew Stafford's going to come out on the field. Under center, he's going to hand the ball off, and he keeps his legs moving, picks up about 6 yards. So, running game working pretty well for both teams so far. I think that was Kyron Williams, by the way, the running back on the play. Yeah, it was Kyron Williams. All right. Woo! This might be a good game. I hope it is. Like, I'm not particularly... Like, I mean, I like the Lions. As you know, even though the Rams beat us in the Super Bowl, I don't have that much against them. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't really care who wins this game all that much. I just want to see a good football game. It'd be kind of cool to see the Lions win, but I just want to see a good football game. Stafford winds up. He throws. He's got Cooper Kupp. Not quite enough for a first down, but it's going to be 3rd and 1. All right, can the Lions get off the field here? Can the Blue Kitty go meow today? Can the Blue Kitty go meow? We need Normal Kitty go meow, but unfortunately, Normal Kitty went owl this year, and so man, that was pretty. Like I said, the second Joe Burrow went out, it was over. It was over for us. The second Joe Burrow went out, it was like, I know Jake Browning had a nice little run there, but he was a pumpkin, and we all knew it. All right, Stafford's going to fake the handoff to Kyron Williams, rolls back, and he's going to throw it up, and it's going to be pass interference on the Lions. That wasn't even a good throw by Stafford. That was a bad move by the Lions, man. Like, that wasn't a good throw by Stafford. That would have been incomplete and just normal, whatever. But he got him pulled down. By the way, I believe that was Puka Nacua, actually, not Cooper Kupp earlier on the catch from earlier. But yeah, it's gonna be a first down. That was Brian Branch, by the way. Was it? Maybe. Yep, Brian Branch holding at the very least on Puka Nacua. And I think, I don't know, I think that was uncatchable, so I don't know if pass interference is the right call. But either way, definitely a first down. You know, definitely a first down penalty there. All right, Matt Stafford, under center, is going to fake the handoff to Kyron Williams again. He's going to roll around, wind up, throws. He's got Kyron Williams, who does not quite get enough for the first down to the right side, but it's going to be 2nd and inches. Puka Nacua, what a name. What a name. And what a just random person to pop off this year, you know? What a random person to just kind of have a big showing this year. All right. Under center once again. It's 2nd and 1. And it's looking like it's a full one. Maybe it wasn't inches, but I don't know. It looked pretty close to me. Stafford's going to hand the ball off to Kyren Williams, and he jolts his way to the to the left for a first down. And it's only about a 3-yard pickup, but that's, like I said, it's enough for a first down, so that's what they were looking for anyway. All right. First player in NFL history to finish top 3 in rushing yards after missing 5+ games. Damn. So, Kyren Williams has been efficient. I'm not gonna lie, I did not see that coming. Kyren Williams having a big pop-off year. But yeah, Kyren Williams has been pretty good. He has been pretty good this year. Alright, so Stafford's just going to have to throw it immediately, and he throws it to Allen, number 87, with pressure in his face, but he gets it to him. And it's going to be about a 5-yard pickup for the Rams. So not a whole lot of defense today, I'm noticing. Davis Allen, by the way, the rookie tight end from Clemson, on the catch there. And that was a nice sidearm throw by Matt Stafford. Not a whole lot of defense to speak of in this game, which is, when I think Rams, I think defense. So, but then again, I know this year it's been more of the Rams offense too. So maybe this is what we should have expected to see. It's gonna be a fake handoff from Stafford, and it's gonna be a nice little screen setup for Puka Nacua, who's down to the 20, down to the 15. That's where he's gonna be pushed out. So that is a very successful screenplay for the Los Angeles Rams. And now they're in the red zone. They are knocking on the door of the red zone. Not of the red zone, in the red zone. That's some nice blocking there, too. And terrible tackling there. Number 95 of the Lions just completely whiffs on that tackle. Who was that? I'm going to call you out, bro. Romeo Okwara. Awful tackling, bro. That was terrible. That was terrible. Stafford's going to hand the ball off to Kyren Williams, and he gets hit at the line, but he falls forward and picks up about 4 yards. And a little bit of a scuffle, sort of forming, but they decide to leave it alone. But there is a flag on the play, so let's. I'm imagining this is going to be related, probably like. I'm guessing this is going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on the Lions. Yep, there it is. Personal foul on Joseph. Kirby Joseph. Second-year player out of Illinois. And yeah, he's just going to come up here and he's just going to rip Ben Skoranek off of Brian Branch there. And that was really kind of unnecessary. That was kind of super unnecessary, bro. You didn't need to do that. Honestly, Ben Skoranek got, thrown on top of him. So, it's not really his fault, Be better. All right, well, the Rams are going to have the ball at the 6 now. And Matt Stafford just overthrows Cooper Kupp. Overthrows him. He had him in the end zone, and with the right throw, that probably could have been good, but nope, nothing there. Absolutely nothing there. Not if you're going to throw the ball like that. Rams, one of the best teams in the red zone this year, from what I can tell. No turnovers in the red zone. Did I just jinx them? You never know. Matt Stafford in the pistol formation. Single back, I guess, is really a better way of putting that one. He's going to throw it, and that's once again overthrown. Way overthrown. There wasn't a single Los Angeles Ram in the area. That was closer to being intercepted than anything, but it was way too high for being intercepted, too. I wonder if that was just a throwaway. Rams got good pressure on him, and I guess he just dumps it out of there and just gets out of trouble. I guess what you got to do. Better that than throwing a pick. You got some good momentum going. You don't want to lose it. All right. Matt Stafford takes the shotgun snap. He's got immediate pressure. He's going to throw, and that almost intercepted. Oh, very, very close to being intercepted, but it ends up falling harmlessly to the turf. And so the Lions hold, and the Rams are going to be forced to settle for a field goal, which could be big in a game that doesn't seem to be wanting to feature a whole lot of defense. So, you know, if this is the type of game where the Rams are going to have to outscore the Lions to win, they might have already missed that boat. Might have already missed that boat, but we'll see. All right. Is that Brett Maher on the Rams? Well, either way, the kick is up and it's good. So it's going to be 7-3. Go ahead and change that scoreboard there. Is that Brett Maher? Number 8? Yeah, Brett Maher, huh? I thought he would have been kicked out of the league after the way things went with the Cowboys. Gail Benson. Yep, Gail Benson. She doesn't seem like she's a very active owner to me. Or if she is, she's like not going to be the best out of it. DA, in the moment, was agreeing with Arthur Smith on the television. I mean, I'm not saying he wasn't, and that he's in the right or whatever, Mikey. But it is quite possible that Gail Benson basically like told him, like before he went to this press conference, she could have been like, "Hey, you know, I don't know what that was, but we're not going to condone that here at the Saints. So I need you when you go to the press. I need you to basically be like, hey, you know, we're that's not what the Saints are about. We don't do that. Sorry about that." So I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm saying that could have been what happened. But personally, I'm glad it happened. That they really stuck it to Arthur Smith, you know, because fuck Arthur Smith. Why do I keep hitting the wrong button? Did not mean to pin that. How do I unpin that? Unpin. Here we go. God damn, all these... DA on the field also agreed with Smith on the field. Okay, that's... Okay, if it was on the field, that's a little different. If it was on the field, that's a little different. Okay, so maybe it wasn't just coming down from Gail Benson, though. Tomorrow I might sing my parody. Do it, Mikey. You should do it. Just added you. Let's go, Kyle. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the sub. Let me see where we're at. Let me see where we are at. We're at 482 subscribers, which means we are 18 away from my end-of-season goal of 500. Can we make it? We got, let's see. If I stream tomorrow, then we got one. Might try to stream at least 2 divisional games. Maybe see if I can do 3. I don't know. But we got, so that's at least 3 more streams. And then championship games. I might do both championship games, honestly. So that's like 5 more streams. And then we'll see about the Super Bowl, man. I don't know. I might stream the Super Bowl. I might not. I tend to prefer to like spend the Super Bowl with like my friends and family, just because it's such an event, you know. But I might do it here this year. I don't know. But yeah, that's like 5 to 6 more streams. I think we can get 18 subscribers in 5 to 6 streams. What do you think? I think we can make that happen. Also might try to put out a couple videos here and there between then. Kyle, just so you know, I do more than just stream here. I put out a lot of videos too. Unfortunately, I'm in school right now and I'm having a lot of trouble keeping up with the consistency of like having time to edit these videos, right? So I'm right now, I think I'm going to be like trying to work more live content in, and I might like work some like videos up from that. But I mean, yeah, this is definitely a YouTube channel where there'll be a lot more videos than what I've been posting lately. Just so you know. So if you subscribe and you're like, man, he doesn't really post a lot, does he? Just know that that's just because right now I'm very right now I'm having a lot of like time management issues. But you know, like the end goal is to have like a lot more content, you know. Benson gave up duties of that and let Mickey make the calls, but okay. Well, okay, but that I don't. That doesn't mean anything. Gail Benson still is in charge of like, you know, the brand and the image. You know, like if Gail Benson says something like that, because I don't think Mickey Loomis is gonna say that, you know, but maybe he did. You know. All right, Josh Reynolds is going to get a pass from Jared Goff on 2nd and 7. He's going to pick up the first down. However, there's a flag on the play. Looked like there might have once again been a little extracurricular activity after the play, but we'll see what this flag is. Personal foul, roughing the passer. Okay, never mind. All right, on the Rams, that's not good. That's not good. The Rams are playing very sloppy today. It was a late hit. It was a little late. Not that late though. That's a weak roughing the passer call. It is correct by the letter of the law, but we all hate that rule, don't we? We all hate that rule. That is not a good usage of that rule. It's the correct one, but it's not a good one. Mikey's got 60 subs. Let's go. Let's get Mikey some more subs, everybody. I'll post a link to his channel here in the chat in a second. There you go. Jahmyr Gibbs catches a pass from Jared Goff, and he makes 2 guys miss, and he picks up about 15 yards. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna link Mikey in the chat here. Let's go get him some more subs. Well, so actually, Mikey, you tell me. Should I link the Master Streams account, or should I link just your account? Because I don't think I need to link just your account. Because obviously you're so active in the chat, people can just find you that way. But I'll link whatever you want me to link. All right, Jared Goff under center. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs gets the handoff, and he gets down to about the 30-yard line where he gets tackled. There's another flag on the play. You want me to link both? All right, let's link both. Okay. Personal foul, on the Lions this time, so that's going to be backing them up a little bit. All right, well, here is the streaming account that Mikey has, and then let me see. Jared Goff takes a snap. He's going to roll back, and he throws it over the middle. He's got a wide open Josh Reynolds, who almost gets to the outside. Not quite, but he does get down to the 10-yard line. So there you go, making up for the penalty. All right, let's get Mikey some more subs, everybody. Hurricane Mike got 60 subscribers. We're going to get him more. At least a couple more. Not that my channel's particularly huge, but, give you all the love we can. Mark says, I can't shake the narrative, here we go, about the 49ers not getting past the NFC Championship game under Kyle Shanahan. Well, we'll see. All right, it's going to be a handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs, who finds a seam up the middle. He gets in the end zone, and that is another Detroit Lions touchdown. Let's go. Detroit Lions in the end zone once again, and it is... about to be 14-3, pending the extra point. Rams are going to need to answer here, man. Rams are going to need to answer here. I still want Pete, D.A., and Mickey to get out of here. Well, it's fair enough. That is fair enough. Now, from what it sounded like to me, all right, and the kick is good. So, going to be 14-3. From what it sounded like to me, Mikey, it sounds to me like Dennis Allen is just a punk and needs to get out of there. And if Dennis Allen goes, Pete Carmichael goes, frankly. They're not going to retain the same coaching staff. So, I mean, get rid of DA, you get rid of Pete Carmichael. If you want him gone that badly, there you go. That's how you get rid of him. You get rid of Dennis Allen. I can't shake the narrative about the 49ers not getting past the NFC Championship game under Kyle Shanahan. Well, that is a valid point. Kyle Shanahan has a bit of a tendency to fall flat in big games. That's one thing I've noticed about his overall tenure, not just as a head coach, but just in the NFL in general. Kyle Shanahan's got a few problems with stuff like that. And I'm kind of the same way. It's not just the NFC Championship game. I don't know. The 49ers have been kind of up and down this year. And so it's just kind of like, which 49ers team are we going to actually get when they play? And, we're not going to know till next week. Luckily for them, with all their injuries, they got... with all their injuries, they got... an extra week to rest, right? So, I mean, hopefully for their sake, they'll be able to get it together. But I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure. All right, so reset this. Let's see. As far as the remaining playoff games go, as far as the games that already happened, obviously we had the Texans laying a smackdown on the Browns, and that was a good game until Joe Flacco imploded, and then it wasn't a good game. The Chiefs beat the Dolphins, which was unfortunate, but probably necessary because the Dolphins are absolute massive frauds and need to get out of here because I'm sick and tired of their crap. The Packers beat the crap out of the Cowboys. That wasn't even... That might have been... I don't know. I didn't watch it. But it feels like that was probably like the worst game all weekend because like that was never even close. Like at least Chiefs Dolphins stayed low scoring for most of that game, and you kind of felt like maybe the Dolphins can get it together. But yeah, the Chiefs just kept building, and eventually it was just insurmountable. And then again, the Texans Browns, that game was close there for a while, and then it just fell apart. And so then you got Rams Lions. I think the Lions are going to end up taking this game. And then you got Buccaneers Eagles. Now, if Jalen Hurts is out, I think actually the Buccaneers do win that game. If Jalen Hurts is out, I think Baker Mayfield gets the job done, and then the Buccaneers are going to win against the Eagles, which would be kind of crazy. All right, so it's going to be returned down to about the 30-yard line. The Rams are going to start right about there. Oh, and then Steelers Bills. So I mean, it's got to be the Bills, right? Like, I mean, the Steelers are scrappy and weird, and I hate them, but frankly, the Bills should win that game, right? So then, if all that works out like that, next week you're going to have the Chiefs playing the Bills, and then you're going to have the Texans playing the Ravens. Now, I could legitimately see the Texans beating the Ravens. And then Chiefs-Bills, I feel like the Bills already beat the Chiefs early in the year, and it'll be in Buffalo, so I think the Bills probably win that game. Oh, Matt Stafford trips over his own dude, and Aiden Hutchinson ends up getting a sack just by having to tap him on the shoulder. Interesting. Stafford not happy about that one. All right, so then you got Bucks-Lions, and I mean, like, I would love... It was Kyron Williams, by the way, he tripped over. I think. Oh, no, he tripped over his own foot. Never mind. He just tripped on his own damn foot. It feels like more of a Mark Sanchez thing to happen than a Matt Stafford thing, but whatever. All right. Stafford takes the shotgun snap, and he's going to hand it off to Kyron Williams on 2nd and 19, who gets like 3 yards, and this is not going to be a good drive. I can already tell for the Lions. I mean, for the Rams. I keep getting these two teams confused because it's Matt Stafford, man. It's Matt Stafford and Jared Goff on the teams that I did not get used to them being on. All right, Lions, Buccaneers. I mean, if things work out this way, between the Lions and Buccaneers, the way the Lions are playing right now, I think they'll beat the Buccaneers. I want to see Baker do it, but against the Lions, I just don't see it happening. And then Packers, 49ers, I mean, like, let's be honest, like, you know, the 49ers have Matt LaFleur's number, so they'll probably win that game. All right, Matt Stafford takes a shotgun snap. He's got a lot of pressure in his face, but he gets the ball off, and he completes it for a first down to Allen Robinson. That was a hell of a play. Damn, all right, Matt Stafford, I see you. I see you, Stafford. So we get a conference championship game with those predictions. We'd have the Buffalo Bills hosting Houston Texans. I think the Bills probably win that game. And then you got the Lions traveling to San Francisco to play the 49ers. And so with that game, who knows really, honestly. Like, if my gut tells me the 49ers, but at the same time, I do kind of feel the problem of like the 49ers in the NFC Championship game. And I mean, it could be the Lions, you know? So, I mean, we could get a Bills-Lions championship. We really could. That would not be shocking to me. The way the Lions are playing right now, I would not be shocked to see a Bills-Lions championship. And then between those two teams, I think the Lions win. Like, I think the Detroit Lions might be my genuine pick to win the Super Bowl after the Cowboys lost. I think the Detroit Lions might win the Super Bowl, guys. Like, if they keep playing like this, I don't know who stops them, honestly. That's, whew. Woo! The Lions. The actual Detroit Lions. We'll see. Did you hear the former Raiders president shit on DA? Well, yeah, I can't imagine he liked Dennis Allen too much. I'm surprised he stuck around as long as he did. You should try watching Australian Football League on the NFL offseason. It's really good. Grown to love it over the last 6 years. Like Australian rules football? Like that like kind of rugby, kind of soccer game they play in Australia? Or is it like Australian like gridiron football? I guess I can check. The Australian Football League looks like it's Australian rules football, which, I mean, could be cool. I don't know too much about Australian rules football, but yeah, it could be cool. It's kind of like a rugby, soccer, football, kind of like everything kind of like coalescing together. I don't know too much about Australian rules football, but I might give it a watch. Might be something to take a look at. They are not going to make any changes as long as they continue to delude themselves into believing they can contend for a Super Bowl. If you're talking about the Cowboys, then yeah, probably. I don't know. I think Mike McCarthy probably should be like. I think Mike McCarthy's seat should be getting hotter. I don't know if it will though. Oh, your opinion on the Saints? Your opinion on the Saints is that they're going to delude themselves into believing they can contend for Super Bowls. I don't know if that's true, Mark. I mean, I know you're a Buccaneers fan, and so you're going to like take any chance you can to like take pot shots at the Saints. But I don't know if the Saints think that they can contend for Super Bowls right now. I don't know. I don't know if they really genuinely believe that. I think they feel like they're in like a transitionary period. If I had to bet, that's probably the way the Saints view themselves. Matt Stafford cannot really get anything done on that play, and it's going to be that is not going to work out for the Lion or for the Lion. I keep getting these teams confused, man. For the Rams at all. All right, so it's going to be 2nd and 11 after the busted play. Shotgun formation for Matt Stafford. And he's going to roll back. He's going to throw. He's got Puka Nacua for about a 10-yard pickup. Not quite enough for a first down, but there you go. So it's going to be 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 for the Los Angeles Rams. And, you know what? It is the second quarter. I probably ought to change the scoreboard, right? Quarter 2. Caught it myself this time. Yes, I did. Kylie Hoffman. Hey, I was referencing you in the last stream because I was talking about Bills fans who follow this channel. So, what's going on though, Kylie Hoffman? How's my day going? My day's going all right. It's been a lot of boring adult stuff, really, but sometimes you need like days to get stuff done. And Matt Stafford finds Puka Nacua for a bomb down the sideline to the left side, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Los Angeles Rams. Now, this is getting good now, y'all. This game is getting good now. That was a busted coverage by the Lions. Barring the extra point. Before the extra point, it's 9-14, but with the extra point, it'll be 10-14, and this game's starting to get pretty good. There you go. Puka Nacua just burning the hell out of Sutton on that play. All right. Puka Nacua. What a revelation he has been. What a revelation. All right, and the extra point's going to be good, so it's going to be 10. That was Cam Sutton, by the way, on the busted coverage. This is going to be 14-10. The Lions still have the lead, but the Rams did exactly what they needed to, and they answered. The Rams needed to answer, and they got themselves an answer. Boy, did they answer with that big play right there. You know who I'm rooting for, y'all? I'm rooting for the Kentucky Wildcats. I hope the Kentucky Wildcats win the Super Bowl. There we go. But yeah, how's your day going, Kylie Hoffman? Why don't you tell me how your day is going? No bias involved. The Saints still feel their windows open. Why else would they bring in Derek Carr? What? I don't think their window's open. I don't know if they're deluded enough to believe that their window's open. Like, I mean, Mikey says it all the time, but Mikey's a Saints fan. Saints fans are going to be like that. Why would they bring in Derek Carr? Because they need a quarterback, and Derek Carr was available. I don't think anybody's bringing in Derek Carr because they're like, oh, Derek Carr is going to propel us to a Super Bowl. Like, Derek Carr, I think, could win a Super Bowl if he's on a team that's already elite, but I can't imagine the Saints think that they have a Super Bowl roster around Derek Carr. Like, Derek Carr is kind of like Andy Dalton. Like, you know, when he's playing his best, he can probably win a Super Bowl with the right team around him. But you know, like Andy Dalton, Derek Carr is never gonna like drive you to a Super Bowl, right? Like, he's not. He's pretty good. He's not that damn good. All right, we got both accounts from Mikey now in the chat. There we go. Got both Mikey accounts. Glad you're back, Mikey. Whew. Been a good game so far. And I'm just praying that we get a good one, y'all, because I don't think we've had a good game in the playoffs yet. This wild card round has just been a lot of blowouts. You know, like I said, the Browns Texans game was interesting there for a minute, and it just wasn't. The Dolphins Chiefs game was just bad to watch. Like, it was like the Chiefs didn't really dominate. They just kind of like stayed steady and like, you know, put points up over time, and the Dolphins just like laid down and died the whole fucking time, you know? So it's like, it wasn't a good game to watch, even though it wasn't like particularly out of balance, till obviously near the end. They ended up winning 26-7. And then obviously the Packers were killing the Cowboys, you know, until the fourth quarter. And even in the fourth quarter, it's like, you know, they weren't ever really going to make a comeback. So, Aaron Glenn, not even once. I mean, they're winning. You know, they are winning. Gotta be honest about that. Former defensive backs coach of the New Orleans Saints, by the way, for what it's worth. Let's go, Pelicans. There you go. All right, so it's going to be a handoff to David Montgomery, and he's got a, once again, Swiss cheese defense for the Los Angeles Rams. He's going to pick up a first down on his legs. Saints might win 6 games at best. How about 6 games? Well, I don't know, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see in the offseason. Me and you, we're going to do that show, Mikey, and we'll talk about how the Saints offseason goes. But I think the Saints have the potential to put together like a division winner, but it's gonna be kind of like the Bengals, but when the Andy Dalton years, right? You know, it's gonna be a lot of it's you know, you might get some regular season success, but you're just not gonna see a whole lot of playoff success, I don't think. That was the general idea when the Saints brought in Carr. They felt they were a quarterback away from contending. Did they? If they did, they're stupid. There's no way the Saints, like, did the Saints really think they were a quarterback away from contending? Because I don't know anybody who actually thought that. I didn't think that. Things change. I did not think the Saints were like a quarterback away from contending myself. I did not like the makeup of that team. Like, you had a couple good players like Chris Olave, Michael Thomas, if he ever plays. Jared Goff's going to fake the handoff, and he's going to throw it over the left side, and that's going to be caught by Jameson Williams. We got a Jameson Williams sighting. Lions' first-round draft pick has not contributed a whole lot as a pass catcher, but there he is right there. They're going to continue to get 8 to 10 wins. That's what I'm saying. I think they're going to be getting. I think they could be like a 10-win football team. And yeah, I don't think they're going to be winning a Super Bowls, but I think they could win the division in a relatively weak NFC South. You know, and we'll see if Baker stays good for the Buccaneers. But other than Baker, like that's not a great football team in Tampa. That's part of why I'm saying it's probably kind of like for me to actually pick them to win the Super Bowl would be kind of crazy. I don't actually think they're going to. I would just love to see it myself. My day's going good streaming my first game. You streaming your first game, Kylie? Who are you? Not who are you? Yeah, did you stream the last one? Or are you streaming this one? If you're streaming this one and you're in my chat, then good on you. I can't say I go to other people's chats while I'm streaming. But I'm glad you're here, though. Mark, that's generous. Now, I think the Saints could be a 10-win football team with Derek Carr. I just don't think they're going to get. I don't think they're going to get a whole lot of like postseason success. Was it the narrative? Because I personally never thought that made a whole lot of sense. The Saints being a quarterback away from contending. I never thought Derek Carr was going to like lead the Saints to a Super Bowl. Personally, I did not think that was what was going to happen. If that was the narrative, I don't think it was a very good narrative. Oh my God, Amon-Ra St. Brown is getting eaten alive by number 44 of the Rams and manages to shake him off to pick up about an extra 5 yards. Yeah, that was Akilo Witherspoon, the defensive back, number 44 of the Rams, who is like literally just like on top of Amon-Ra St. Brown, and he just like falls over. My God, what awful tackling. The Rams are just terrible at tackling today. Holy crap. Jared Goff snaps the ball before the camera operator's ready, and once again, absolutely terrible tackling by the Rams. And Jahmyr Gibbs is going to pick up a first down. Wow, gee, damn, guys. Like, I think the Lions might end up running away with this one. We might not actually get the dream of having a good football game after all. If it keeps going like this, like, unless the Rams offense can really kind of turn it on, like, this Rams defense is not good. The earth is not flat. All right, thanks for the obvious comment there, Mark. Of course it's not flat. I know a lot of people try to say it is, but those are people who are stupid and can't possibly have graduated high school. If you think the earth is flat. I'm out with this punk-ass coaching staff and punk-ass players. I don't know about the punk-ass players. I don't know too much about the roster for the Saints. But the coaching staff, yeah. After Dennis Allen apologized for winning. No, I agree with you, Mikey. I agree with you. After he apologized for winning. I mean, I know it was like an unnecessary touchdown, but like honestly, dude, he played to score touchdowns. So I have no problem with the Saints going and getting that touchdown. Apparently Dennis Allen does, and that's bullshit, you know? All right, under center, Jared Goff's going to hand the ball off. And that time, David Montgomery is brought down behind the line. The Rams actually decided to show up for defense today. It took until, 9:14 left in the second quarter, but they got there eventually. They did eventually get there. Took them long enough. My score prediction for this game was 27-18 Lions, which is a bit of a quirky score prediction, by the way. It's like the likelihood that like the Rams are going to end up scoring 18 points is pretty low. But, as far as that margin goes, it might be wider than that. Although, then again, the Rams offense is starting to come alive because they stopped the run again on that play. So it's going to be third down and about 5 to go. Where is Aaron Donald? Yeah, he ain't. I mean, he's out there. He just ain't doing a whole lot in this game. He's out there though. Yeah, like I've seen Aaron Donald out there. If the Saints had Bryce Young, what's their record? I don't know because I don't know because like I don't even I honestly I don't know what to think of Bryce Young yet. Like obviously he had a bad year with the Panthers, but is that his fault or is that the Panthers' fault? So, I mean, it just really depends on how Bryce Young is. It's probably worse, honestly, with Bryce Young. And, all right, there you go. The Rams stop the run yet again. And it's going to be fourth down and about 2 yards to go. Do the Lions go for it? Because that seems like a Dan Campbell thing to do. I would take the points here, personally, because you're only up by 4 points. and you can take a full touchdown lead if you take the field goal here. But it feels like a very Dan Campbell thing to do to go for it. So, and that does appear to be what they're going to do. All right. Probability of 69% conversion. Recommendation, go for it. I don't know. It's a yard to go, but it's a long yard. And then it's basically just in the end zone anyway. So it's basically 2 yards. All right, Jared Goff. He's going to throw, and never mind. Sam Laporta at the back of the end zone. That's a touchdown for the Lions. All right, well, that ended up working out pretty well after all. There you go, Dan Campbell. It'd be nice if Zach Taylor could draw up 4th down plays, but yeah, I guess not. But Dan Campbell knows how to do it. That he does. Mikey says the NFL has gotten soft. I don't know if the NFL's gotten soft. Like, I mean, in some ways, yeah, but like, you know, I think part of it's they're trying to prevent concussions, which is probably a good thing. But like in some ways, like it's like they're kind of soft when it comes to quarterbacks. But at the same time, I don't think that's so much a soft thing. I think it's more of a it's more of a marketing thing, right? Like, you know, you want to protect the quarterbacks as much as possible from a business perspective, because the quarterbacks are the people who are drawing in the views. They're the ones who are drawing in, you know, the ad revenue and everything like that, because that's who people come to see at the end of the day. For the most part, is the quarterbacks. And it's not like other players don't matter and people don't like the other players and whatever, but the quarterbacks are the main draw. So from a business perspective, and also probably from a PR perspective, they have to look like, oh, we're not trying to be a violent sport where people like are just getting hurt and ruining their lives all the time. It's like, but bro, it's football. But like the NFL's gotten soft. I don't know if the NFL's gotten soft as much as the NFL has gotten like big, and they're a business and they're acting like a business. I get what you mean though. In some ways, it does feel like the NFL has gotten soft, but I think soft is the wrong word, because I think you're putting the emphasis on the wrong thing, because I don't think the NFL, at least the people who run the NFL, I don't think they're worried about being soft. I think they're worried about making money. And I think a lot of the decisions they've made have been pretty good decisions if your focus is making money. If your focus is on not getting soft, yeah, obviously the decisions they've been making are terrible, but I don't think that's really what I don't think they're worried about being soft or not being soft or whatever, you know? Has the NFL gotten soft? In some ways they have. In other ways, you know, it's a more digestible product than it's ever been. You know, like, I mean, the refs are annoying because of how convoluted the rules are. You know, the roughing the passer penalties every 13 seconds is kind of obnoxious too. But at the same time, like, you know, although I say it protects the health of the quarterbacks, but we had so many backup quarterbacks playing this year that we did. Although I gotta say, all of the backup quarterbacks are out now, though. They're all out. Because the remaining teams in the NFL right now are the Houston Texans, who've got C.J. Stroud, who's like, you know, might be having, maybe not the best rookie quarterback season of all time, but like definitely up there. Then you got Patrick Mahomes, and then you got Josh Allen. So, I mean, you got pretty much all of the usual suspects here. And you're missing Joe Burrow because Joe Burrow got hurt, right? And then I think Kenny Pickett's back. He might not be. Is Kenny Pickett going to be back? No, well, I guess Mason Rudolph's starting. Okay, so you do have a backup quarterback still in the playoffs, but I don't think anybody expects the Steelers to win much. All right, the kick is away. I probably ought to update the score to 21. All right. Kind of want the Lions, or I mean the Rams, to do something on this drive, because like we're in danger of approaching blowout territory if too many big things happen for the Lions, and I just want to see a good game. You know, I feel like we haven't gotten a good game yet, and so I just want to see a good game. Let's see. So Eagles, I mean, you might get a backup quarterback there if Jalen Hurts doesn't play, but I don't think we're expecting to not see Jalen Hurts throughout the playoffs, you know? Although, if he's not playing, they might not get past the Buccaneers, but Baker Mayfield's starting. So, Matt Stafford takes the shotgun snap, he rolls back, he throws, He's got Puka Nacua once again, who's just spinning around. Nobody can bring him down, but they also don't really give him any extra yards. Still, though, it's like a 20-yard pickup, so that worked out pretty well. All right, so you got Goff and Stafford, obviously, in this game, and neither of them are backups. And then you got Dak, who actually just got eliminated. So you got Jordan Love. So, I mean, pretty much for the most part, all the backup quarterbacks are gone. For all we talked about backup quarterbacks, at this point, it's pretty much only, other than like Mason Rudolph, it's pretty much exclusively teams that are, here because their starting quarterback is a really good starting quarterback, All right, Matt Stafford takes a shotgun snap. He's going to roll back, throws for Tyler Higbee. It is incomplete, but there's a flag on the play, and the Lions look kind of pissed off, so it's probably on them. If we had Bryce Young, we go 5-12. That's possible, Mikey. I mean, I don't know. They're calling holding, actually. Holding on the Lions. Okay. And yeah, that's definitely the right call. It's definitely holding. So if the Saints had Bryce Young, they go 5-12. That's possible. Because it really just depends on how you develop Bryce Young. Because he's not. I don't think Bryce Young is bad. I think he might be in a bad situation in Carolina, especially after they just randomly fired Frank Reich, which is a stupid move, by the way. Especially with a rookie quarterback. Why would you fire your coach, who's not the reason you're losing? I don't know. I thought that was a dumb move. It's going to be a handoff to Rivers, and he maybe picks up like a yard, but maybe not even, really. As Ronnie Rivers, second-year running back from Fresno State. Arthur Smith, that was bullshit. Dennis Allen, I understand. Well, that's silly. That's silly, honestly. If Bryce Young's on the Saints, they probably don't win as many games, but I also don't know if Bryce Young is as bad on the Saints as he was on the Panthers. Because I think the Panthers were just a mess. All right, over the middle, Ben Skoranek gets the pass, and he picks up about 5 yards, so it's going to be 3rd and about 5. College football has destroyed traditions and the Pac-12. Has it? I don't know. I don't pay enough attention to college football to know how, the Pac-12 is doing, I just know Michigan won, and I was kind of happy to see Michigan win. All right, empty shotgun snap from Matt Stafford. He's going to throw it deep, and that is overthrown for Allen Robinson, and it's going to be 4th down. No flags. 4th down, the Lions defense holds, and it's going to be 4:49 left to go for the Lions offense, and actually, at this position, I would be shocked to see the Rams go for it, just because they're kind of in no man's land here. I don't know if you want to punt. But then again, do you really want to give the Lions offense short field positioning? Well, they're coming out. They're coming out to go for it. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of, it is kind of no man's land here. 4th and 5. Let's see if they can pick it up. All right, Matt Stafford takes a shotgun snap. He's going to roll back. He throws, and it's caught. They picked up the 1st down. There you go. There you go, and that was Cooper Kupp, I believe. Caught the 1st down. The Lions are not happy about it, as I can imagine they're not. Michigan are cheating bastards. Well, I heard about that. I mean, they might be. I don't know, but I mean, I feel like when people complain about sign stealing and poor scouting and stuff like that, it's I think everybody does it. It just depends on whether you get caught or not. So I don't know. The NCAA is doing an investigation on them, though. I know that, and if it turns out that they were in fact cheating, then they'll get what's coming to them. All right, Stafford throws over the middle, and he's got Tutu Atwell, who completely loses his man, and he dives into the end zone, does a backflip, or maybe it was a front flip. It was a flip of some kind. And so the Rams are back on the scoreboard, and suddenly I thought the Rams were starting to lose control of this game, but nope. They answered. So if their defense can get it together, maybe they. Although then again, the Lions really could march down the field and get another touchdown before the half's over too. So their defense has got to step up though. they took wins away from LSU. I know. The NCAA does that sometimes. They'll take wins away. And they might... Oh, just barely, but it is in. The kick, they almost missed the extra point, but it did go through, just barely. All right. All right, so it's going to be 21-17. And the Lions are going to get the ball back, probably the final possession of the half, unless, obviously, the Rams' defense really comes through and gets the ball back to their offense. But, you never know. They took wins away from LSU, and they could from Michigan, Mikey. They really could take wins away from Michigan. It just depends on what the investigation shows. Because if the investigation shows that they weren't cheating, I mean, like, it's all hearsay at this point. Like, there's accusations that they're cheating, but we don't know that they were cheating. Like, we don't know for sure that they were cheating. We know, we know, I think Jim Harbaugh didn't get, like, suspended from some games or something. So, like, we know some shady shit was going on, but we don't know if it was really as bad as everybody says it was, So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But either way, look, I don't really care about Michigan or the cheating or any of that. I don't really care. It's college football. It's not really my jam. I just loved seeing Ohio State fans squirm. That was it for me. I hate Ohio State fans. So it was just funny watching Michigan win and then watching Ohio State fans lose their mind. And also all the coping, like, well, they're going to vacate their wins anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, but you still got your asses kicked by Michigan, bro. Like, so. Washington, Oregon, USC, UCLA are Big Ten bound. Utah, Colorado, Arizona State are Big 12 bound. Yeah, so they did pretty much destroy the Pac-12, didn't they? Oregon State and Washington State are all that's left. And nobody even, like, I couldn't tell you the last time I heard about Oregon State or Washington State, for that matter, doing anything. In particular, Oregon State. Like, the last time I heard about Oregon State was when, like, TJ Hushmanzada and Chad Johnson, back in the day, played there in college. That was like 2 decades ago, man. That was like 2 decades ago. And then Washington State. I don't know anything about Washington State. Why aren't they communicating with 21st century technology anyway? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. That's kind of the thing. Like, but again, I don't really know the details of the whole scandal or like what's going on. I don't want to comment on stuff that I'm not really an expert on, so I mean, I don't really know what's going on with that sign stealing scandal. The only thing I know is they were allegedly stealing signs, but I feel like everybody kind of does it, so I mean, I don't know. I guess I care, but I'm not sure I do. I think that kickoff went through the uprights, so maybe you can give the Rams another 3 points. End up with a 21-20 scoreline. That'd be pretty cool if you could do that, but I don't think you can do that. But wouldn't it be kind of interesting? Like, just add, like, you can, like, get like a 4-point field goal if you kick the ball through the uprights, like on the kickoff. Wouldn't that be interesting? Just because it doesn't happen all that often. But when it does happen, I feel like it just doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Because that's just kind of cool to see, like, from a field goal from that far away. And I know you get a running start and everything, but all right, speaking of running starts, Jahmyr Gibbs is going to get himself a running start. He takes the handoff to the left side and picks up the first down. So there you go. There you go. That Lions offense, I said the Rams defense needs to step up. Well, they didn't do it there. They did not do it there. No, they did not. You know what would be interesting? It would be really difficult to pull off on YouTube. I mean, you see, like, when Tom Grossi and Brandon Perna try to, like, stream games together, and, like, they're constantly having syncing issues. Oh my God, Jared Goff just, like, almost intentionally fumbles the ball. Like, he tries to dump it short to, like, a lineman or something. I don't know what the hell he's doing. And it goes backwards, so it's a fumble, but, like, the Lions fall on it, so I guess whatever. So that's a great break for the Rams there. I'm sorry, that was not a lineman. That was number 89. That was number 89 he tried to, like, two-hand pass it to. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking there. Just take the sack. Jesus Christ. Tyler Higbee. I guess, is the person he was targeting on that play. That was not a smart play there by Jared Goff. Just take the sack. I believe that's delay of game on the Lions. They're just letting them play. Whatever. On 2nd and 25, and Jahmyr Gibbs is going to get the screen pass, and he's going to get his way all the way up. He gets about 10 yards, but it's still going to be 3rd and 15 or some shit. Lions are definitely right behind the 8 ball after it looked like they were, 3rd and 15. The Lions are definitely behind the 8 ball here after it was looking like they were going to kind of start running away with this one. Oh boy, all right. And now we are at the 2-minute warning. Clock runs down. We are at the 2-minute warning, y'all. Well, this is definitely turning into a bit of a better game than what we were getting before. It was looking like it was going to be a Lions blowout, and then the Rams kind of wake up. So it is currently still 21-17 with the Lions in the lead, but it's just good to see interesting football because we haven't really gotten that for the most part. You know, like I said, we got a little bit from the Texans-Browns game at first. But hopefully this one doesn't fall apart after the half like the Browns-Texans game did. Hate Alabama fans. That's fair enough. I don't hate Alabama fans. I'd imagine being an LSU fan, I can't imagine you would like Alabama fans. Personally, I don't have a problem with Alabama fans. They kind of feel like the Yankees of college football, you know, like you get a little tired of seeing the Yankees win and stuff like that, but or the Crimson Tide. But I don't know. I don't have a problem with Alabama fans, but I get it, Mikey. Yeah, I don't know, Mark. I don't know. But again, I'm not a big college football guy, so you know. I mean, I can tell you a few things here and there about what's going on, but I'm not an expert by any means, so I'm not going to pretend like I am. I'm not an expert, obviously, on NFL football either, but, you know, I know enough about it to talk about it, you know? Just saw an article that says Steelers-Bills will not be pushed back again. Were they talking about pushing it back again? I don't know if you can. It's already on Monday now. Like, how far back can you push it? Like, it's still going to be super cold on Monday. Without the danger of the winds and the blinding snow and the hazardous traffic conditions. Okay. That'd be crazy if they pushed it back again. Yeah, Tuesday night playoff football. I mean, they could, but at that point you're starting to get into punishing whichever team wins with like a short rest week for the upcoming for the next playoff week. You know, Nick Saban retired here recently. Yes, he did. The old school is officially dead because you had Bill Belichick go and you had Nick Saban go, and there's some rumors that Andy Reid's going to retire at the end of the season too. So Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to pick up first down on 3rd and 15, so the Lions start moving the ball again. Well, Rams had a great opportunity, and they just messed that up. They just messed that up. Yeah, I guess Bill Belichick's not retiring, but he's no longer going to be the head coach of the Patriots. Although I wouldn't be shocked if he just retires, man. Like, dude's old. Like, isn't he like 67 or some shit? Jared Goff's going to hand the ball off to Jahmyr Gibbs to the left side, and he doesn't really have anywhere to run. He maybe picks up about a yard there. Isn't Bill Belichick like 67 or some shit? Or is that Pete Carroll? Pete Carroll's pretty old. Bill Belichick is 71. All right. Yeah, dude, the dude's in his 70s. Like, just fucking retire. Seriously. Pete Carroll's 72, by the way. I knew Pete Carroll was a little older than Bill Belichick, but Yeah. Dude's 71 years old. Like, you had a great career. You won 6 Super Bowls. Go retire, man. Watch Jerry Jones bring in Bill Belichick. That might break the internet. If Bill Belichick joins the New England Patriots, that might break the internet. Because, like, you've got, like, Cowboys fans suddenly getting along with Patriots fans, or maybe not, even more so. I don't know. That would be hilarious, though, if Bill Belichick joined the Patriots. Or the Cowboys. I don't think he would, though, because I don't think the Cowboys like culture really vibes well with Bill Belichick at all. Jared Goff takes a shotgun snap. He gets hit as he throws, and that ends up going into the dirt. So it's going to be 4th and 5. Kind of once again from no man's land, though. So, I mean, like, perhaps you go, I don't know. Here, considering that there's barely any time left in the second quarter, I would maybe actually, honestly, maybe punt it from here. Just to make sure that the Rams don't, like, you know, get some good field position and go, like, cut into that lead, you know? I don't know. I think I might punt it here. But the Lions look like they're lining up to go for it, so from the 41-yard line, 40 and a half, really. And looks, I think they got the Rams to jump. Oh, no. Oh, no, they're calling a false start on the Lions. False start on the Lions. All right, so you're definitely punting now, right? The Lions got excited, too. They were like, we got him to jump, let's go. Turns out it's a false start. That's hilarious. All right, Lions are going to punt now, which is the correct call. I wonder if Jared Goff was ever actually going to snap that ball. I don't know. I guess we'll never know. I think they might have been trying to get the Rams to jump, though, and instead they jumped themselves. So, I mean, I guess that works out. They get a little bit more punting room, and it's going to be fair caught around the 10, maybe the 9-yard line. So that's the correct call by the Lions. There's another flag. What's the flag? There's another flag. There's a flag on the punt. There's a flag on the punt. There's a flag on the snap. There's a false start here. There's a pass interference there. And this is probably going to be like a holding or something. I don't know. Oh, no, it's a blindside block on the Rams. So that's going to back them up even further. At least I'm assuming that's what the penalty is. Based on the replay, it looks like a blindside block. Personal foul. Yeah, that's on the Rams. That's going to back them up even further. Personal foul. A blindside block, can't do that. Can't do that, especially with a defenseless player. Okay, well, that probably works out in the Lions' favor because the Rams really going to have to, the Rams could drive like 95 yards. You know, I've seen the Bengals defense allow it against the Steelers, so it could happen. They could drive, and that would definitely make this game really interesting because suddenly, like, if the Rams were to go get a touchdown, suddenly they'd have the lead going into the half. Even though the Lions have basically kind of run this whole game. But suddenly, the Rams have an opportunity to take control. The Rams have an opportunity to take control of this football game. They really, really do. Now, it's a really difficult, it's like high, like, you know, this is like all Madden difficulty for actually getting it done. But they do have all 3 of their timeouts. So with 59 seconds left, they could conceivably do it, you know? Kyle, my end of the year goal. Oh, I don't know what your end of the year goal was, Mikey, but mine's 500, and we're getting there. I don't know if we're gonna quite make it. I mean, I imagine we'll make it at some point, like this year, right? Like I imagine, you know, especially if I keep putting out content, you know, we'll probably make it at some point. I don't know if we'll make it before the Super Bowl's over, but I mean, you never know. I hope so. Maybe Kyle. I don't know, Kyle, if you're still watching, but like I said, go get the council to watch my stream. Now, I've actually posted my content in the council before. I don't even know if you're still watching, but I have posted my content in the council before, in the Council of Kyle NFL group. Usually the power ranking series, but I don't know. I might start posting more in that chat because definitely that. I mean, that's an untapped market right there. The Council of Kyle is wide and vast. It spreads a lot of different places, so that could be a cool way to get that done. Jerry Jones wants to see the Cowboys and would pay any amount of money to win a Super Bowl. Well, I'd pay any amount of money. Well, if I was the Bengals owner, I would pay any amount of money to win a Super Bowl. I mean, you can't, not only do you want to win a Super Bowl because you're a football guy and you're like, yeah, football, but from a business perspective, do you understand how lucrative it is? How much money your team can make if you win the Super Bowl? Like, not just for winning the Super Bowl, but for like all of the endorsement opportunities that come with winning a Super Bowl. Like, of course you would pay any amount of money to win a Super Bowl if you're a business guy or a football guy. Hell, I'd pay that money if I owned a football team. From the 5-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Matt Stafford's in shotgun formation. He's going to hand the ball off to Kyren Williams, who picks up about 6 yards on the run. There you go. It's a nice little run there for Kyren Williams. Now, I don't know about running right now. And they're just letting that clock run, so are they just going to go to the halftime? I don't know. If I was Sean McVay, I'd be a little more aggressive here. You got an opportunity. I stream every week on my original channel sometimes. There you go, Mikey. My goal was 50 subs. Well, you broke that, didn't you? You broke it. You got over 50. There you go. There you go. There you go, Mikey. Love to see it. All right, Stafford's looking around, pointing at something. They're wasting a lot of time. Like, ugh. All right, shotgun snap. Stafford throws, and it's caught by Cooper Kupp. And that's going to be a first down, but it's like 10, 9, 8, 7. They're just not going to use their timeouts. I don't know. This is weird. This is weird to me. They're just going to go to the locker room. I don't like, why bother throwing the ball if you're just going to run out the clock? Like, why bother trying to go get a first down and throwing the ball and taking the risk of getting, like, you could have thrown a pick six there, you know? All to get a first down for no reason when you're not even going to stop the clock. That was weird. That was a weird decision by Sean McVay. I don't know if I agree with that. I do not know if I agree with that. No, I do not. But we're at halftime. Let me go ahead and update that. We are at halftime. If I could spell, you'd know we're at halftime. Unfortunately, I can't. Well, dude, Jordan Love. That's kind of that is crazy. I think if the Packers have finally unlocked Jordan Love, isn't that kind of crazy? How they're able to go from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love, and if Jordan Love really is the guy, then I mean that's just like an incredible run of luck at quarterbacks. Now with Jordan Love, part of that sitting behind Aaron Rodgers, I think everybody knew that Jordan Love wasn't ready for the NFL when he was first coming out of college. But the raw potential alone was something else. And if the Packers have unlocked that raw potential from Jordan Love, it could be scary. Because that was always the thing with Jordan Love. Is like he's a first round draft pick who you might have to sit for a few years, but he could be scary if you unlock him. And if the Packers have unlocked him, watch out. Because this could be bad for the rest of the NFL if the Packers really did unlock Jordan Love. We are trash. We're the Saints. We're the ones who lose every single week. Well, you don't. There's a choice we have. Oh, that's your parody. Okay, to watch this bum ass team, but we're gonna cry every day, just you and me. You sound like me doing a parody song about the Bengals back in the day. There's like a country parody singer who used to make like parodies, not parodies, but like comedy Bengals songs. That was fucking hilarious. If I could remember, can't remember the guy's name. It was like back in the day too. And he make funny songs about, like, I mean, when the Bengals, like, got good there for a minute, he made a song called The Bengals Bandwagon, where it was just a song about people getting on the Bengals bandwagon. And then, he made a song about, like, how much it sucked to see Carson Palmer, like, God, what was that guy's name? It was like Ryan something, I think. Actually, I think I found him relatively recently. I looked him up, and he makes a bunch of songs about, like, Donald Trump nowadays, and I'm just like, God, that's cringy. God, that's cringy. But you probably could have seen that one coming too. But yeah, those old songs that he wrote, like, about like comedy songs about the Bengals, that shit was funny. I wish he would have kept doing that, because that would have been funny. That would have been funny and not cringy. And by the way, no disrespect to anybody's political beliefs. I'm not going to get political on this channel, outside of obviously disrespecting people who think the Earth is flat. But I'm not trying to get political on this channel, so I'm not necessarily trying to, like, rip on Donald Trump right now. What I'm trying to rip on is somebody making songs about, I'm gonna get behind Donald Trump, like that. That's cringy and weird, bro. And it's I'd say the same thing about somebody making songs about Joe Biden. Hell, it might be cringier if it's about Joe Biden, because, like, you know, there's not really, like Donald Trump, at least, like his whole thing is, like, you know, like they're this really big, close, like, you know, like this really, like, dedicated like political movement for Donald Trump. Like, Joe Biden doesn't have that. Joe Biden has, oh God, we were like the Trump presidency was something that was something that we really couldn't handle, so we gotta vote for anybody. It was basically the not Trump, like, campaign is what it was. So you don't have a bunch of dedicated Biden followers. You just have a bunch of not Trump people. Whereas Trump has got like hardcore dedicated followers. So I guess it would be a little less cringy to write songs about, like, Donald Trump and political movements and stuff like that than it would be to write songs about Joe Biden, because, like, it almost have to be comedy, because, like, I don't think anybody takes, like, you know, that side of the political aisle all that seriously. Like, and again, when we're talking about that side of the political aisle, I'm not talking about, like, oh, the liberals and whatever. I'm talking about, like, the centrist, boring Democrats, like, you know, like not super liberal. That's not who they are. Anybody who says they are clearly doesn't know how liberal things can get, or really how liberal the Democrats actually are. That's the closest I'll get with talking about politics here, is just telling that, like, I majored in political science, and I'll just tell you, people don't understand what these words actually mean. But I don't want to get too deep into talking about, like, things should be this way or things should be that way, because, like, this is about football, you know. But I mean, I'll definitely talk about semantics all day long. You want to talk about semantics? I'll bully you over some semantics. Oh boy, the Packers just beat the crap out of the Cowboys, didn't they? What a game that was. Again, I didn't see it, but I just did not expect that out of the Cowboys. Like I said, I thought the Cowboys were going to win the Super Bowl. I really did. Like, and I'm not like a big Cowboys believer. It just kind of felt like they had the momentum and they were, like, getting hot at the right time and everything, you know. And that did not happen. Looks like they got a big show. I wish we could see, like, they got somebody performing at halftime for the Lions and the Rams, but unfortunately, you're not really seeing that. You're seeing you're just seeing three dudes talking. Tony Dungy's in the middle of them. But there's, like, this whole performance going on behind them, and nobody's talking about it. I want to see that. I want to see what a perform, like, who's performing. Like, is it like a musical performance, or is it like a performance art type of thing or something? I don't know. But I'm more interested in that than hearing Tony Dungy talk about something for the 6 billionth time. All right. Let's see. Well, let's see Tom Grossi's reaction to, let's see, Dak Prescott throws a pick six versus Packers. Let's see how he does on this one. Do a Tom Grossi reaction video here. Reacting to a Tom Grossi short.
Dak takes the snap, play action, drops back. Intercepted! It's going to go to 50, 40,
Papa Grossi's over here just like kind of... Oh, great. It's like Tom's over here going nuts, and Papa Grossi's just like, are you fucking kidding me?
Let's go!
Dude, Tom is losing his mind. God damn, dude. God damn. I cannot believe the Packers like kicked their asses that badly. I really cannot believe the Packers kicked their asses that badly. Like I'm not that shocked that the Packers won. I thought the Cowboys were going to win. I thought the Cowboys were going to go all the way. But I wouldn't have been shocked for the Packers to win. But for them to dominate like that, I was pretty surprised by that. Like, oh man, I didn't see that one coming at all. No, I did not. Close out some of these tabs because I just got way too many tabs open. Can't imagine that's good for my computer. Ordered a bunch of new computer parts, as you can kind of see in my background here. I hopefully gonna be getting my rig back up to a little bit more than where we had it before, because it's definitely, there's a lot of glitching and everything that's been happening a lot on it lately. So yeah, hopefully that helps. We'll see. Bob Herzog asked, Bengals fans, I have a question for you. Hypothetically, if Buffalo-style snow fell here and the team asked you to dig them out for $20 an hour like they did up there, would you grab a shovel? Hell yeah, I'd grab a shovel. Hell yeah, I'd go dig out, fucking, help them dig out the snow for $20 an hour. You can bet your ass I'd do that. $20 an hour is about what I make at my job anyway, you know? Hell yeah, I'd dig them out for $20 an hour. Help my team out and make $20 an hour doing it. You can bet your ass I'd do that. It'd be cold as hell, but I mean, digging snow, it's not hard. It's hard work, but it's not like mentally hard or anything. Hell yeah, I'd dig the Bengals out for $20 an hour. I'd probably do it for less than that, but don't tell the Bengals that, because I definitely want them to pay me $20 an hour. Should the Dallas Cowboys run it back with Dak Prescott again? Yeah, they should. I will accept Mike McCarthy's seat being hot. Dak Prescott, I don't know if Dak Prescott's seat should be that hot yet. You know, I mean, if they can go get Caleb Williams or something, then sure. But I don't think Dak Prescott's seat should be that hot just yet. I don't think he's a big problem. I do think Mike McCarthy should be looked at a little bit differently after this game, though. Should his seat be super hot just yet? I don't know if that, but they should. I definitely think they should be keeping a close eye on it next year. If the Cowboys really kind of fall off next year, I think, Mike McCarthy should be gone. But, Dak, not so much. I don't think Dak should be gone. Who is better in their prime, Drew Brees or Aaron Rodgers? Give me Drew every day of the week. It was Aaron Rodgers, Mikey. And the reason I say that is because, Drew Brees was the better passer. But Aaron Rodgers was, in Aaron Rodgers' prime, I think you might have forgotten how good Aaron Rodgers was. Aaron Rodgers could do everything. Aaron Rodgers, he could run, he could throw. Drew Brees was, he wasn't a total statue, but, Drew Brees just didn't have all of the... Drew Brees didn't have all of the gifts that Aaron Rodgers had. So, I don't know. For me, give me Aaron Rodgers. I'll take Aaron Rodgers over Drew Brees. And also the other thing is Drew Brees' like, I mean, Drew Brees' prime was like pretty much his early years with the Saints, but even then, I'll take Aaron Rodgers. I'll take Aaron Rodgers all day on that one. If you check out my stream tomorrow, if I do, you can hear the full song. Oh, if I do one, okay. Okay, well, I'll check it out. I don't know if I'm going to be able to be there for the whole thing, so I might not catch you when you're doing the song, but I'll probably check it out at some point. Urinating Tree just posted his Congrats Cowboys video. I saw that, so I'll probably watch that later. I'm sure he ripped him a new one. Alright, so the third quarter is starting. And the Rams are going to get the ball first. That would have been disastrous if they could have doubled up some points, but luckily for the Lions, they did not let that happen. But it is going to be quarter 3, and we got a close football game. So let's see if the Rams can have a bit of a better second half than they had a first half, but we'll see. It's hilarious. I'll check it out. I love me some Urinating Tree, even if he's a Steelers fan. But he's also like he's a reasonable Steelers fan, He's a reasonable Steelers fan who like makes fun of himself too. So I respect Urinating Tree. I really do. Did you know the score before you entered my stream? I might. I think maybe. Yeah, I did because like before, because I was helping my wife out with something. The first thing I did was look up how the game's going, and then after that, I went and found your stream. Allen Robinson gets a first down with a pass over the middle from Matt Stafford for about a 15-yard pickup. So that's a good way to start out the third quarter. But yeah, I think I did know the score before I entered your stream, Mikey. Because I think I looked it up on ESPN on the ESPN scoreboard. I just took a look. I'm like, oh, holy crap! Look what the Packers are doing. I think I did that actually a couple of times in the first half. So yeah, I was aware of what the score was when I went into your stream. All right, Matt Stafford rolls around and ends up throwing it to a Lions player who intercepts it. But it was a guy who wasn't in on the play. He was on the sidelines, so it's not an actual interception. But it was a player in a Lions jersey. Although not a Lions helmet. He didn't have his helmet on. But it was a guy on the bench, a guy on the sideline. So yeah. No actual interception. That wasn't real. I didn't even see who the player was who caught that ball on the sidelines. Kind of funny. Skip Bayless has turned on Prescott. Well, I don't really like Skip Bayless, so I don't really care what he thinks. Matt Stafford's just going to bail out of pressure, and he's going to try to run, but he ends up getting sacked anyway. So so much for heating up in the second half. It's going to be third down and like 11. It's like Matt Stafford's got a bit of a bandage on his hand. I think I saw earlier he had a bit of a cut on his hand or something. I think that's what that was from. I wonder if that's bothering him at all. I don't know, because he seems a little unconfident right now. That is on his throwing hand too, for what it's worth. Ugh. Yeah, those spicy rice cakes currently kicking my ass a little bit. You know what I want to do? My dad just sent me a text. He said, I love Jamar, but I have to say Penny Sewell looks pretty good. Lions have scored touchdowns on their first 3 drives, up 21-10. Yeah, well, you know what, Dad? I love Jamar too, and I think we don't need to bring up the Penny Sewell versus Jamar Chase debate. Let's not do that. I think Jamar Chase versus Penny. I think we took the right guy, and I think Penny Sewell's been really good too. But I think we picked the right guy. So I don't think we need to bring that debate up again. All right, Matt Stafford takes a shotgun snap. He's going to throw it deep and, into heavy traffic. Allen Robinson, it ends up being incomplete. Allen Robinson's trying to call for a pass interference, but he doesn't get it. So, you know what I want to do, though? I want to get a beer. I want to get myself a beer. Because we can, When's the last time I had a beer on stream? Been a minute. Been too long. That's what it's been. It's been too long. Seahag, by the way. I don't know if any of the people watching right now are of legal drinking age, so obviously don't go drinking if you're not 21. But if you are of legal drinking age, check out Seahag. I really like them. I say if you like IPAs, this one's my favorite. I've only really ever found it up in Connecticut. Every time I go up there, I have to pick up a 6-pack on the way home. I love this stuff. And that, by the way, not an ad. Hashtag not an ad. I love Seahag IPA. It's my favorite beer. It's easily my favorite beer. It's fruity. It's got these fruity notes to it, but like in a beer type of way, not like in like mixed drinks that have like these fruity flavors and stuff. And sometimes they try to put like fruity flavors in beer, which always confuses me, but it's like a citrusy type of, like with IPAs, but you can really taste the citrusy vibes going on there. It's not like some IPAs, it just tastes like really harsh and stuff like that. And people are like, oh, the citrusy notes. But this isn't citrusy notes. This like tastes citrusy. And again, it tastes like beer, but it's definitely a citrusy beer, if that makes any sense. But again, I don't know if two people in the chat right now, Mikey, I know you're not of legal drinking age, so I definitely do not recommend you drinking at all. Mark, I don't know how old you are, so I don't know if you're of legal drinking age, but if you're not, don't do that. Mikey said, I just peed for the D. I'm probably going to have to pee for the D at some point because I'm drinking a beer, and beer goes right through me. That's the one downside of drinking beer. It goes right through me. Who is on defense? The Rams are on defense. Okay, so I don't really have a big dog in this fight, but I think if I were to root for somebody, I'd be rooting for the Lions. So I'll wait to pee for the D until the Rams are on offense. Again, if the Rams win, I'm cool with that too. Yeah, they beat us in the Super Bowl, but Matt Stafford's so likable. It's really hard not to like Matt Stafford, and then Aaron Donald is a bona fide Hall of Famer. I can't hate the Rams. I kind of want to because they beat us in the Super Bowl, but I don't. I hate Jalen Ramsey, but he doesn't play for the Rams anymore. So, yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to hate the Rams. It's just there's no players on the Rams who are very hateable, So I don't know. It's I guess if we were going to lose to somebody, I guess at least, the Rams are a team that I don't have that much of a problem with. All right, so that's going to be about a 3-yard pickup there for David Montgomery, who does a little bit of shake and bake action. Doesn't really make anything happen with that. Why did the Jets draft Zach Wilson? I knew he was going to be a bust. Well, not a lot of people knew he was going to be a bust, Mikey. By the way, I knew he was going to be a bust. I said that. I was like, dude, the Jets are making a mistake. Whoever takes this Zach Wilson kid, I know he's got a lot of hype, but he kind of reminds me of Johnny Manziel in terms of maturity. And I think that's kind of what happened. Obviously not as big of a skid. Ooh. And, Jared Goff hits Josh Reynolds in stride for what should have been a first down, but Josh Reynolds just straight up drops it. So it's going to be 3rd and 6. But yeah, Zach Wilson had a lot of athletic upside and stuff like that, but he kind of reminded me of Johnny Manziel, not in terms of just being complete burnout and a turd and everything like that, but in terms of just not really having the maturity to play in the NFL. And that's how I felt about Zach Wilson after everything I heard. Oh, there you go. That time he hits Amon-Ra St. Brown in stride. And he's going to pick up first down and plenty extra. He gets actually all the way down to the Rams' 45-yard line on that play. There you go. Cheers. Amon-Ra St. Brown, by the way. That is definitely my favorite name in the NFL. Like, and part of it is because that's his actual fucking name. His dad named him Amon-Ra, the Egyptian fucking sun god. Or I think he's not the sun god. That's Aten, right? Aten is the sun god. What was Amon-Ra? He was obviously Amon and Ra fused together, but... Alright, so Jahmyr Gibbs is going to take the handoff, and he's going to bounce out to the left side, makes a man miss in the backfield, ends up picking about 2 or 3 yards out of it, so that was better than nothing. Alright, Amun was an ancient Egyptian deity who appears as a member of the Hermeopolitan Ogdo. Bro, I have a history degree with a focus in ancient studies, and this is a bit of a read right here. Like, this is my area of expertise, by the way. There you go. He hits Amon-Ra St. Brown again, and he picks up another 15 yards down within the 30. Lions heating up now. Let's see. What was he? Must have been a sun god. I think Amun was a sun god, if I recall correctly. Yeah, he was like a main god, and then he got like replaced briefly by Aten, because Akhenaten was an absolute like ridiculous, horrendous like decision maker of a human being. The Lions go backwards. Jahmyr Gibbs ends up like losing about 4 yards on that run play there. So the Rams defense actually did something, surprisingly enough. But yeah, Amon-Ra. Ra, was he like the god of the... No, he wasn't the god of the dead. That's somebody else. All right, Jared Goff going to take the shotgun snap, and he's going to step up in the pocket, but he's going to be taken down for a sack. And that was Jones on the sack, number 53. Ernest Jones the fourth, third-year player out of South Carolina, with the sack. So Ra was the god of the sun, order, kings in the sky, and Amun was Amun the god of... I knew one of them was a sun god. Amun was the god of the wind, so I guess Amon-Ra must be the god of the sun and the wind, right? I know he was a conglomeration of those two gods fused together, and basically the pantheon's kind of like amalgamated. On 3rd and 21, Jared Goff dumps it off to Sam Laporta, who gets about 5 yards and gets pushed out of bounds, so that didn't really do much of nothing. Watch the Atlanta Falcons trade for Russell Wilson in the offseason. I could see it. Like, I don't think it would make any sense, but I could totally see it just because they're blowing up. They're blowing everything up right now. I could totally see them trading the farm for Russell Wilson and trying to see if they can make him work. Which obviously, I think we've all figured out at this point that like Russell Wilson is not worth like baking your whole team on him. All right, and the field goal was good. That was a long field. That was a 54-yard field goal attempt, and it looked like it might not have the leg for it, but it did go in. So the Lions are going to increase their score to 24-17. And so they are going to work things back to a 7-point lead. The Rams are probably happy to, maintain their one-possession football game here, but, the Lions will take the points as they can get them. And, 3 more points, and the Lions get to the prediction that I had them at. And then 1 more point, which is not actually possible, would mean the Rams get where I thought they were going to get. But, right now my score is not too far off. 1 more field goal for the Lions, and that's where we're at. But then again, we have a whole game left to play too, so... Mikey never had a beer. As you shouldn't, Mikey. You're what, like 13? You shouldn't be drinking. You shouldn't be drinking. Like, and I'm not trying to say that as a party pooper adult or whatever, but you shouldn't be drinking at that age. You know, your brain's still developing. You know, like you could mess up the synapses and the firing and whatever. Like you shouldn't drink before you're, you know, really you shouldn't do any sort of substances at all until you're 25, because 25 is when your brain stops developing. But I'm not gonna lie, you know, I definitely did not wait until I was 25 to drink, and actually didn't wait till I was 21 to drink. But you should. I'm not gonna officially condone something like that on my YouTube channel. Let's just put it that way. But no. You should, Mikey, you're 14. You shouldn't have had a beer. That's a good thing. But for the non teenagers who are watching my channel, Sea Hag IPA. If you like IPAs, it's really good. Mike, 1, they need a quarterback. 2, Zach Wilson shot up draft boards randomly. Well, yeah, that's pretty much why. Zach Wilson, I don't know why Zach Wilson suddenly caught fire among draft people. Other than the fact, like, he has a lot of upside from, like, an athletic standpoint. You know, he could be really good, but I didn't feel like he had the mentality to play at the NFL level, and I think I've been proven right on that. You know, he's a bust. He's clearly a bust. You're 59. I don't think that's right, Mikey. I don't think you're 59. Fuck the Rams. Dude, honestly, I should be mad at the Rams because they beat us in the Super Bowl. You know, I'm just not. Like, it's like the Rams don't have any dislikable people in their organization. Now, you obviously are not going to like the Rams because of what happened in 2018. Fair enough. But there's nobody on the Rams that I particularly dislike. It's really hard to hate them, and I want to hate them so badly because, man, they beat us in the Super Bowl, and like, man, like, but I just can't hate the Rams. You know, it's like if we were gonna lose to anybody in the Super Bowl, I guess the Rams is the team I would have picked. So, yeah, it is what it is. Stan Kroenke screwed over St. Louis. Never mind, you found it, Mark. There you go. I found somebody to dislike on the Rams, and it's Stan Kroenke. There you go. I forgot about Stan Kroenke. So, yes, Stan Kroenke. There's a reason to dislike the Rams right there. So, like, I mean, I don't, but fair enough. Oh, that's a brutal hit on Kyren Williams' head right there, but it wasn't like a dirty hit or anything like that, so they're not going to flag it. But, ooh. And he pops right up, but, like, bro, I'd go off to the sideline and get checked for a concussion because, like, he got smacked in the shoulder like that. That was a scary looking hit there from number 2. And yeah, he's on the sideline now. I would check him for a concussion. That was a tough looking hit right there, like right in the shoulder, in the fucking crown of the head. All right, Matt Stafford's going to dump it off for a screen. He's got plenty of room to run. There you go. And it's Rivers again. He's going to pick up the first down and a little bit more on top of that, get it down to about the 46-yard line. I remember when I was controlling the Bears in Madden, the Vikings picked Justin Fields over Trevor Lawrence. Well, they did end up taking... the Bears did end up taking Justin Fields in that draft. But I think if they had the number 1 pick, they probably would have taken Trevor Lawrence, honestly. Like, because, like, I mean, at the time, Trevor Lawrence was being talked about, like, you know, he's the next Andrew Luck, basically. Except, like, he's going to, like, surpass Andrew Luck. Like Trevor Lawrence was, like, talked about as, like, the greatest quarterback prospect of, like, possibly all time, right? And I'd say by those standards, by the way, Puka Nacua picks up about 8 or 9 yards on the catch and run. So, manages to pick up a few more yards through a tackle, which is pretty cool. But, yeah, like, by the standards of being, like, the greatest quarterback prospect since John Elway, or maybe even including John Elway, Trevor Lawrence, you could maybe make the argument that he's a bit of a bust, because he hasn't been that good. He's been good, but he hasn't been that good, you know? 2nd and 1. single back formation, but a bit of a... I think that's pistol. I don't know. I have to look into it. It's going to be a handoff to Rivers, and he picks up the first down. About 6 yards, only needed 1. So there you go. Oh, God, they're doing a Pokemon thing. Pikachu? Ugh. Ugh. Pikachu. What? Oh, God. No. No. Pikachu. Get this Pokemon shit out of here. I hate Pokemon. I really do. Like, and that might make me unpopular. But I fucking hate Pokemon. I liked Pokemon when I was in, like, 3rd grade, and then I grew up. You know? I don't like Pokemon. Which is actually funny. I make the joke of, like, growing up. But, like, the reality is, like, my series of choice was Digimon. And so, like, to this day, I still love Digimon. So, maybe I need to grow up. I don't know. But, you know, I don't need Pokemon to mix with my fucking football, dude. It's already mixed with everything else. Alright. This game's going pretty fast. We're already, like, only got, like, 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Detroit has a 24-17 lead, but the Rams are driving. Matt Stafford takes a shotgun snap. He rolls back, he throws over the middle, and it's caught by Tyler Higbee. And he makes about 2 people miss. He breaks a few tackles. I think that was Tyler Higbee anyway. It was 87. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was Davis Allen, not Tyler Higbee. Higbee's 89. That was Davis Allen who caught the pass and made a couple people miss and kept those legs moving. All right, well, let's go. Let's go. Can we get a tie ball game here? Have a really interesting football game because so far been pretty good. Been pretty good so far, gotta say. Definitely the best game so far of Wild Card Weekend. All right, Stafford's going to fake the handoff, and he's going to roll out to his right, and he's going to throw just before he goes out of bounds, but pretty much just throwing it away at that point. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. But yeah, dude, like by the standards of Trevor Lawrence being supposed to be like the next big thing, there's a flag on the play, by the way. What's the flag? Looks like somebody's holding Dan Campbell back. Not like aggressively or anything, but there's no flag. They just picked up the flag. I don't know what was going on there. But yeah, Trevor Lawrence, by the standards of supposed to be like the next big fucking thing at quarterback in the NFL, I'd say by those standards, Trevor Lawrence has fallen remarkably short. He's definitely not like this amazing all-time great quarterback like everybody thought he was going to be. But he's been pretty good for the Jaguars. For like, you know, being a first overall pick, I'd say he turned out pretty good. All right, Stafford is going to hand the ball off to Puka Nacua, and he is just going to get blown up behind the line. And yeah, and he's a little slow to get up too because that was a violent hit on his spine. But he does get up. He looks like he's fine. That's good to see. Yeah, dude, the Lions got some violent tackling practices today. Not the tackling in and of itself isn't inherently violent, but you know, it's just been some really violent looking tackles, like leading with the helmet, and they're not calling them either. Like these refs are letting them do it too. So I mean, like Mikey, you were saying the NFL's gone soft. Don't look that soft to me right now. It looks like they're kind of letting them do whatever they want. Shotgun snap from Matt Stafford. He throws over the middle, and it's caught by Cooper Kupp, but only for like a few yards. So it's going to be 4th down. And I'm guessing you probably take the field goal here because kind of feels like you're... Oh, Matt Stafford's holding his ribs. He's going down. I mean, I think he's on the sideline, so, I mean, he's not holding up the field, but, yeah, he got popped. He got popped right in the fucking helmet, dude. Stepped on. Oh, man, Matt Stafford might be hurt, guys. Ooh, that's not good if you're the Lions. If you're the Lions. If you're the Rams, that's not good if you're the Rams. It's not good in general. You don't want to see anybody get hurt, but in particular for the Rams, that's not good. Like, that might be, if you don't have Stafford, that might be the game, honestly. All right, Maher's kick is up, and that's good. So it's going to bring them up to 20 points. So it's a 24-20 game. It's getting good, gotta say. I mean, I hope Stafford's okay. But the game itself is getting pretty good. It's competitive, it's close, it's interesting. You got plenty of offense and plenty of defense. This game's got everything. Everything that we've missed from the rest of the wild card games, this game has it. We finally found the good one. We found the diamond in the rough as far as these terrible fucking games that we've gotten so far. We found the good one. Let's hold on to it. Now, please, Matt Stafford, be okay to not ruin this game. Also, Matt Stafford, I want Matt Stafford to be okay so that he's okay. But also, for the sake of the game, I need Matt Stafford to come back in. My brain is already messed up. But you don't want to mess it up more, Mikey. Whatever, I wouldn't. I'm just saying I wouldn't. But I can't tell you what to do. I'm just saying I wouldn't. That was our Super Bowl, and that was our last chance. Nope. I think you'll have another chance at some point, but right now I don't see the Saints as being a Super Bowl team at all. No, but for me, this idea that the Saints were going to plug in a guy like Derek Carr and go win a Super Bowl, I didn't see that at all because y'all had Derek Carr and you couldn't get... Not Derek Carr. Y'all had Drew Brees and you couldn't get anything done. I know it was Drew Brees at the end of his career and he didn't look as good. But, if you couldn't get it done with Drew Brees, at all, then what makes you think that you're going to put it together with somebody like Derek Carr who's a downgrade from Drew Brees? So, I guess it was the narrative that the Saints were going to, plug in a quarterback and go on a run. But I don't know. I thought Derek Carr was a good pickup for the Saints because from my perspective, I'm not thinking Super Bowl run. I'm not thinking Super Bowl run from my perspective for the Saints. I'm thinking, hey, you bring in a bridge quarterback like Derek Carr and you can go win some games and be exciting for a little bit. And you might not be competing for the Super Bowl, but you can do some fun stuff and it's a nice little get for the Saints. But the idea that they were going to be a Super Bowl contender, that I never got that vibe, and if that was what people were thinking, I think that's silly. Caleb Williams still hasn't declared for the NFL draft. Well, I've heard he's trying to get assurances from the Bears, which, if I was the Bears, I wouldn't do that. If I was the Bears, I'd be like, no, we're not going to give you that assurance. If you want to, not, if you want to, stay in college, then stay in college. We're not going to give you assurances. I would not do that if I was the Bears. Oh yeah, Stafford got fucked up on that last play. He went into the tent and everything. You saw me react to a Packers touchdown. I did not, Mikey. I did not. I popped on to say hi for a little bit, but I was cooking with my wife and everything, and I didn't have time to stick around a whole lot. But I wanted to pop in and support you a little bit. All right, Jared Goff over the middle. He's got Amon-Ra St. Brown, and that's probably going to be enough for a first down. It's going to be close, but I think they got it. Backup quarterback for the Rams is getting ready. That's Carson Wentz, by the way, apparently. So, actually, I know Carson Wentz got a bit of a reputation for not being any good, but the fact of the matter is Carson Wentz is a talented player, so, I wouldn't be shocked to see him, keep this Rams team in it, honestly. Jahmyr Gibbs goes nowhere. Aaron Donald and the other guy who's not Aaron Donald bring him down. Who was that? I think it was Bobby Brown. I think it was Aaron Donald and Bobby Brown brought him down. Bobby Brown the third. Was it 95? I think it was 95, yeah, Bobby Brown the third. So Bobby Brown and Aaron Donald brought him down. Downtown Bobby Brown. Jared Goff is doing a whole lot of pointing right now. All right, now he's going to hand the ball off to Jahmyr Gibbs, who cuts into the inside a little bit, and once again doesn't really do a whole lot. So the Rams defense is now suddenly starting to come alive, which is a nice change of pace from before, but still gotta buck her down on this third down here. still got to actually make something happen. It's 3rd and 6, and they could get off the field here. Matt Stafford's warming back up, so it's looking like he's going to go out there. Although his he threw the ball and made a bit of a cringy facial expression. So I don't know. We'll see. Jared Goff takes a shotgun snap, and he he falls on the ground. Looks like he was about to escape pressure, but he got his foot caught, and he just fell on the ground. So there you go. The Rams are going to get the ball back, and the Lions are going to have to punt. Let's see what happened here. Oh, no, he just got tripped up by his own guy. His own guy, 68 there, got pushed into Jared Goff's foot, and he just tripped on him. So it's going to be 4th and 7, and the Lions' offense is still on the field. I'm really confused. Or I don't know. We're going to a commercial break now, so maybe that was just what was going on the field. I can't imagine they're going to go for it. Well, there's 4th and 7. It's 4th and 7. And they're at their own 38-yard line. So I can't imagine they're going to go for it here. That'd be crazy. I don't think that's going to happen. It's a 6 versus 3 matchup. Well, I mean, you never know, Mark. I was naive. How's Murphy? Murphy's should be in bed by now. You know, I better check. Glad you said something. Let me check, make sure he's in bed. Okay, I think he's in bed. I don't hear any noise coming from his room, so I think he's asleep. Which is good. He apparently wasn't last night, and that was a bit of a problem this morning. How's Murphy? He's being a bit of a brat today, honestly. But he's 9, just the age, I guess. But other than that, he's doing fine. I think. I don't know. I'll tell him you asked about him. Remember when the Dolphins scored 70, people were chanting, kick a field goal. Raiders scored 63 with no problem. We score, and now it's classes. I know, that's what I'm saying, Mikey. That's what I'm saying. Like, you play to score. You know, you play to, like, win the game, and you play to, like, win by as much as you can. You know, like, I don't like this. Because nobody complained when the Dolphins put up 70 points on the Broncos. You know why? Because it was cool. Because it was cool. It's something you don't see all that often. The Raiders, same thing. It was cool. And it was partially because they did so poorly the previous week, and then it's also the Raiders. You don't see them putting up 63 points. That's kind of weird. But yeah, the fact that the Saints got if anybody, I don't know how many people really have a problem with the Saints doing that, but if anybody has a problem with the Saints doing that, that's silly. If you don't want them to score, you got to stop them. That's always been the rule. Don't sit there and complain like a bitch. This is part of why I don't like Arthur Smith. But Arthur Smith was also probably stressed out because he's probably figuring he was going to be fired pretty soon. So he's probably just stressed out and letting his stress eke out onto the press conference, which you can't really do. But all right, so the Rams are going to get the ball back, and Matt Stafford is going to come out back onto the field after his injury. And he looks okay. I don't know, we'll have to see. This Amazon commercial is weird with the AWS, and you have all these NFL highlights, and I don't even it doesn't even explain to me what AWS even is. Not that I don't know, but I don't feel like it communicates very well whatever message they're trying to go for. Anyway, from the 10-yard line, the Rams, well, they were setting up to start on 1st and 10, but I guess there's a timeout. Who took a timeout? Looks like Puka Nakua is kind of confused as well. I'm quite confused. I want to know what's going on. Is he getting substituted off? Now he's going back on the field now. I'm really confused. And Ben Skoronek's coming off. So now Puka's in the game after being taken off the game by the refs, and then he goes back in. I'm really confused. I'm really legitimately confused right now. All right, well, anyway, Stafford's in the, I think, single back pistol type of whatever. I don't know. It's not a true pistol because you don't have a fullback in there, but all right, nice little cut there by Kyren Williams, and he gets a pretty good run there for about 13, 14 yards. Definitely a first down run. There you go. There you go, Rams. Nice little cut there by Kyren Williams. All right, Matt Stafford once again. From the 25-yard line, he's going to take the snap and once again hand it off to Kyren Williams, and the Lions stop him there. I think he got about a yard, maybe a yard and a half, but that's it. That is all she wrote. All right, we are in the fourth quarter, by the way. I need to go ahead and update that. This has been a good one today, y'all. Don't know what's going to happen. You still don't know what's going to happen. Matt Stafford, he's going to throw it up deep, and that's intended for Allen Robinson. And it looks like there was a lot of contact, but they're not throwing a flag. There's no flag on that for pass interference on Brian Branch. I thought there could have been, but they're not going to call it. Which, I'd rather them let him play. In general, they've been generally letting him play in this game, and I like that. There have been some calls, but not a ton of them. And yeah, there was. You could argue there was some contact there by Brian Branch, but it was pretty minor. All right, Stafford trying to clap for the snap, and there's a snap, and it hits him in the dick or something. What the hell? Is there a delay of game? Looks like there's a delay of game on the Rams. Oh, no, the Rams took a timeout before the delay of game. All right. That was a weird series of events. Barry Sanders is at the game, getting all excited about the Lions. What's that timer? Hold on. There's a timer going off. Just the microwave, apparently. Matt Stafford, shotgun snap. He's got Puka Nakua on a screen pass, and he spins out of a tackle, ends up picking up the first down. That was a pretty good play right there. That worked out. All right. Tell you what, I still haven't had to pee yet. Maybe it's because I'm not really rooting for anybody in this game, kind of the Lions a little bit, but not that much. I don't care that much. Nice little run there by Puka Nakua, though. Hurricane Mike, people want to see a record. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. But that's the other thing about the Saints game. I don't really care. So I want to see scoring. I like seeing it. It's cool stuff. I think it's silly that people dunked on him over that. People thank the Raiders for getting Brandon Staley fired. That is also the other thing. I don't think Chargers fans were too upset because it got Brandon Staley out of there. How's my wife? She's doing pretty good. She's asleep right now. But, Yeah, we were, we made some like garlic and ginger chicken sausage earlier with some like gochujang rice cakes kind of thing. Yeah, it was pretty tasty. But yeah, she's doing pretty good. Thanks for asking, Mikey. Shotgun snap over the middle, and that's caught by Allen Robinson for another first down. Dogs are kind of mad about something. Hold on. What's your problem? What's your problem? You go outside? Go outside? No go, boys. Keep that door open because it's cold as hell right now, and I don't want to leave them out there. All right, so on 1st and 10, from the 48-yard line, Matt Stafford is lining up to take the snap. He motions Cooper Kupp out to the left side, and he's going to hand the ball off to Kyren Williams, who makes a little bit of a cut to the inside, makes a man miss, and gets up about 6 yards on the play. There you go. Nice little juke to the inside there, and picks up a couple extra yards because of it. Looked like he was going to try to cut inside of the left guard and cuts back inside to the right guard, and that's where I think he picked up a couple extra yards. So it's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Matt Stafford under center. Got Kyren Williams in the backfield. He's motioning Cooper Kupp to the left side once again. Gives the handoff to Kyren Williams to the left, and he gets a nice little seam on the outside, and he picks up about 8 yards on the play. That's going to be another Los Angeles Rams first down. If they keep this kind of energy up, they might take their first lead of the game. Oh my God, that was insane holding on the right. How was that not called? How was there not holding called on that play? Like, Aiden Hutchinson was getting mugged. He was getting bear hugged in the back. How was that not called? I don't know about that, dude. That was the worst missed holding call I've ever seen in my life. All right, fake handoff. Matt Stafford throws. He's got Puka Nacua down about the I want to say it was the 8-yard line. It might have been the 14. I couldn't quite see where the 10-yard line was. Hold on. Let's go, boys. I'll get you food in a sec, okay? Next commercial break, all right? All right, 4th quarter. Rams are knocking on the door. They got the ball. It is at the 8-yard line, actually. All right. Stafford takes the snap and hands the ball off to Kyren Williams, and the Lions are all over that one. I think he might have lost the yard. That door didn't shut right. Here's a good boy. Come here. There's a good boy. Go bark, Salami. Here's a good bark. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Go bark. Barkus, Barkus, Barkus. He's a good boy. All right, Stafford. Shotgun formation. I shut that door. What the hell? All right, takes the snap, throws it short to, what was that, Rivers? And he barrels his way for a couple yards down to about the 11-yard line. All right, so it's going to be 3rd down and about 10 yards to go. Or I guess 11 or whatever. There's a Lions player, looks like he's injured on the sideline. There's a very... Oh, okay, I got to go get that door. Stupid ass door. Bark Salami. Bark Salami. Yes, she's very. There's your one. Y'all see a lot of Bark, but you don't see much of my other dog, Bork, because Bork, come here. He doesn't attack as much. Stays down more than Bark does. Y'all have seen Bork, though. I've had Bork on the channel before. Back before we had Bark. But Bark's a lot more, insistent on himself. Alright, you know, it is a commercial break, so we're going to go ahead and get the dogs some food. Alright, back in time for the game. I don't see any action happening yet. Looks like we made pretty good timing there. We're coming down to the throes of it now, guys, but we finally got a good football game in the wild card weekend. Nice to see, because it was looking like we were just going to have a bunch of crappy blowouts, you know? Peacock feels like it's finally getting its money's worth for this one. Oh, hey, the Kyle who was... messaged me, the Kyle thing messaged me on Facebook. That's pretty cool. Message him back once we're done with this. Alright, Stafford takes a shotgun snap. He's going to throw it up, and he's got... Oh, nope, it's dropped. Cooper Kupp had it with one hand, but couldn't bring it down. What did my dad say? Love Jamar, but I have to say Penny Sue. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I already read that from him earlier. Did your wife see me when you were cooking? No, she didn't, Mikey. I was just kind of like watching you on the wall, just kind of hanging out there. She might have heard you, but I had the volume down a little bit just because, like, you know, I didn't want to, like, you know, have the audio kind of like invading everybody's space and everything like that. But yeah, no, my wife didn't. Wasn't she might have like overseen my shoulder at one point, I don't know. But no, she didn't. Lions better win. Well, Rams just got a field goal, I believe. Which means the Lions maintain a 1-point lead. Okay. Lions are going to maintain a 1-point lead, and that's probably works out. There's 8:10 left to go in this football game, so if the Lions can go on a long drive, like long sustained drive, drain some clock off, and then end with a score, they've got a pretty good chance to pull this one off. But you know, if they can't get it done and they can't get it done quickly, it could get ugly because the Rams have all the momentum right now. I'll say that. I have 2 cats. We gave Oliver's cage away. You gave the cage away, but you kept the cat? Was like the cat like have, you know, cat they share cages or something like that? Kyron Williams is questionable to return. That's not good for the Rams because Kyron Williams has been having a pretty good game so far. That is not a good sign for the Rams at all. I didn't see that he was out though. That sucks. Did she talk to my mom? No, she didn't talk to your mom, Mikey. She's no. I said your mom and my wife can't meet. I don't think my wife has any interest in, you know, meeting her. But I just don't want her getting any ideas over that whole thing. Like, but I could see her doing it. But then again, like throwing water on me, I don't think she would do that because she knows there's a lot of like sensitive electronics here and stuff like that. So she probably wouldn't actually do that, but I mean, I don't know. I could see myself getting up and then her being ready and willing to throw some water at me at that point. Sad, out of beer. It's always sad when you're out of beer. Sea-Hag IPA, y'all. If you're an IPA drinker. If you're not, Jeff. I don't know, Jeff. Are you old enough to drink? Because I know Mikey isn't. I don't know if Mark is or not. But if you are and you like beer, if you like IPAs, that's key. Because a lot of people who like beer don't necessarily like IPAs. Because they definitely require a certain taste. But if you do, Sea-Hag IPA. So that's my favorite beer. I love it. Big fan. Big fan. See Eminem in the crowd there. Cheering on his Detroit Lions. Alright, and that is going to be yet another touchback. It's kind of weird seeing all these touchbacks happening, thinking they're remarkable just because of that Dolphins-Chiefs game where like none of the kicks went for touchbacks. It was kind of wild. Honestly, kind of wild. Yeah. That's the one downside of drinking beer is it kind of, I mean, unless you drink a lot, it kind of ends up knocking you out. I'm not a big drinker. Like I like having a beer every once in a while, but I don't really like overdoing it. I overdid it like on a vacation not too long ago, and it did not turn out well for me at all. I had like the worst hangover I've had in my entire life, and pretty much ever since that, I don't drink heavily anymore. But I mean, I still like having a beer every once in a while. About the same age as me. Well, there you go, Jeff. There you go. So I mean, if you do like beer, I recommend Sea-Hag. If you like IPAs, I recommend Sea-Hag. If you don't like IPAs, you're not gonna like it. But if you're weird like me, Oliver died. Remember? No, I remember you said. I think I remember you saying that you had a cat that died. I don't remember his name was Oliver though. So, yeah. I can definitely see why he gave his cage away though. So sorry to hear that though, Mikey. I drink Kool-Aid. Well, I can't drink Kool-Aid, actually. When I was a kid, I had allergic reactions to Kool-Aid. So, I don't really like Kool-Aid anyway. Like, when I have had Kool-Aid, like since I was a kid, and it's kind of watery and weird. But, I couldn't drink Kool-Aid when I was a kid, so I never really got into it. Apparently it's the purple Kool-Aid. Okay, well, the red Kool-Aid was the one that gave me allergic reactions, so I don't know. But, I don't know too much about purple Kool-Aid, but just Kool-Aid in general was never really my thing. Probably because it made me sick. It's the weirdest allergy to have in the world. I don't have too many allergies or, like, medical problems or anything like that, but I'm allergic to red dye. Which is something I don't really hear anybody else being a thing for anybody. I've never met anybody else who's allergic to red dye. And to be fair, I haven't tested it since I was a kid, so maybe it's something when you're a kid and you grow out of it, and I just haven't tested it, But, I've just never heard of anybody else, like, having that allergy. It's such a weird one, First and 10 for the Lions from the 25-yard line. Jared Goff is going to fake the handoff to David Montgomery, and he's going to have to roll out of pressure, and he just dirts it. And I think that's got to be intentional grounding, right? He didn't even get it past the line of scrimmage. That's got to be intentional grounding, right? It doesn't look like they're calling it, though. I guess not. I don't know. It looked to me like he didn't even get the ball across the line of scrimmage. All right, well, 2nd and 10. Goff's going to hand the ball off to Montgomery, who gets a little bit of a seam, but ends up getting tackled. He picks up about 6 yards or so. Maybe 5.5. Either way, nice run, but unfortunately it had to happen on 2nd and 10, so it's about as useful as it can be. So you're going to need another play like that to convert a first down, which you can do. but you really need to do because the Rams are kind of starting to claw their way back. All right, 3rd and 4. Jared Goff takes a shotgun snap. He's going to throw it, and it's just overthrown. Way overthrown. 4th down, they're going to have to punt. I don't know. Oh, dog. The Kool-Aid man got you. Yeah, he got me the wrong way. Rest in peace, Oliver and Holly. Yeah, I didn't remember what your cats' names were. 23 years and I haven't had a drop of alcohol? Well, I mean, if you don't want to, some people don't drink at all. Now, one thing I gotta say, I really like Sea Hag IPA. I'm a big IPA drinker. I gotta say, if you ever do decide that you want to try alcohol, Mark, I would not start with IPAs. IPAs are really they say alcohol is an acquired taste, beer is an acquired taste, etc. IPAs are an acquired taste for people who already like beer. It is a really IPAs are really kind of unique and a bit harsh. So I wouldn't start if you ever do decide you want to try some alcohol or something. I wouldn't start with IPAs. IPAs are pretty harsh. Don't plan to unless there's a 200-mile wide asteroid on a collision course with Earth. Well, there you go then. There you go. If there is a 200-mile wide asteroid on a collision course with Earth, like I said, I just wouldn't recommend starting with an IPA. But I mean, if you don't want to drink at all, then that's totally cool too. Takes all kinds. Nothing wrong with not wanting to drink. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. But me, I enjoy it in very, very, very strong moderation. I went to a party school in college. I went to Ohio University, right? So, I've had my fair share of partying and heavy drinking and stuff like that. But like I said, a few years ago on a vacation, I ran into quite an unpleasant situation. And ever since then, I keep it pretty much to a beer, maybe 2. But much more than that, and I'm just I don't really want to. I can handle my liquor as well as anybody, but I just don't want to drink, I'm just not all that interested in because I had a really bad experience and I don't want to do that again. It was rough. It was a rough time I had. They were dogs. Well, I thought you were talking about a cat that died. Earlier, you were talking about it. You were definitely talking about a cat, weren't you? Oh, you were talking about you had 2 cats. I thought you were saying you gave Oliver. I thought you were saying Oliver was a cat. Yeah, I didn't remember what. I remember you had a dog that died. I remember you had a dog that died. I just didn't remember what his name was. So, sorry about that. My Aaron Rodgers jersey poked me in the eye on stream. That sucks. I did notice that. I did notice you were wearing a Packers jersey, and I was like, why do you... Actually, I'm curious. Why, Mikey, why do you have a Packers jersey? Just out of curiosity, I'm curious. Why do you have a Packers jersey? Are you a big Aaron Rodgers fan or something? Because, he's pretty good, but doesn't really have anything to do with the Saints. So, I'm just curious. Why don't you let me know what's going on there? Fuck cars. I feel it. I feel it, buddy. I really do. All right, Matt Stafford's going to hand the ball off to Kyren Williams, and the Lions swallow him up on that play. I think he got about 2 yards, but not much more than that. Oh, that wasn't even Kyren Williams. Kyren Williams is on the sideline, so that must have been Rivers. Kyren Williams, I guess, still questionable to return. He must be, because he's on the sideline. Got 6:48 left to go in this game. 1-score football game, and the Lions are in control, but it looks like they may be losing control, but depends on how the defense does here. Stafford rolls back, throws, he's got Puka Nacua for the first down. He gets loose, down to the 40, 45, down to about maybe the 47, 48 yard line before he gets pushed out. So there's a big play right there. The Rams needed that one. The Rams definitely needed that one. I'll tell you one thing, man. Like, Sean McVay is a damn good coach because he's got this Rams team constantly in contention when they really honestly, like, I'll tell you one thing. Like Sean McVay, I don't think Sean McVay would be a very good general manager because, like, I don't think the Rams always make the best moves, like, as far as team building goes. But Sean McVay's always got them in contention, like, no matter what. So, like, he's a damn good coach. I got to tell you that right now. Matt Stafford takes a shotgun snap. He's going to dump it off short to Rivers, who does pick up a first down, gets it down to about the 40-yard line. So it's about a 15-yard pickup there by Rivers. All right. So the Rams are moving, and they're about knocking on the door for field goal range, which would give them their first lead of the football game. Could be pretty pivotal right there. If the Rams could take the lead late in the game like this, then you're basically forcing the Lions to go down and answer, with their own like touchdown or field goal, depending on what it is. From the 40-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Rams. Stafford takes the shotgun snap. He's going to fake the handoff to Rivers, and he's going to chuck it, and it is bobbled and dropped. That's Tyler Higbee. He is hurt too. He came down hard on that play. Yeah, he had that in his hands. Oh, he got his knee fucked up. Oh, no, that knee bent in the wrong direction. The exact wrong direction. Oh, no. And he is limping hard off the field. Tyler Higbee. Yeah, I don't think he's coming back in this one. The fact that he's walking off under his own power at all is remarkable after the way that leg bent. Oh, man. Oh, that did not look good at all. He's pointing to his leg frantically too, like on the sideline. He's pointing to his knee, like, dude, something's wrong with my knee. Like, oh yeah, I hope he didn't hear a pop or anything. Oh, geez, that did not look good. All right, Matt Stafford takes the snap, and he's gonna throw it short, and that is caught by Cooper Kupp for about a 6-yard pickup. 3rd down, 3rd and 4. Because of your collection. You know what? I remember you saying that you collect jerseys, Mikey. That's pretty cool. I've got a little bit of a jersey collection going on myself. The most unique one, actually, I got a John Elway jersey. John Elway Denver Broncos jersey. Why? Because the Broncos were like my second favorite team when I was a kid. And my girlfriend at the time happened to have a John Elway jersey for some reason and gave it to me. All right, so there's a flag on the play. It ends up being like a busted up play that actually goes for negative yards for the Rams. But there is a flag on the play, so let's see what it is. But yeah, my girlfriend, when I was like 15 years old, got me a John Elway jersey because like I kind of like the Broncos a little bit. Holding on the Rams. So for after all that... holding only to have the play result in negative yards anyway. Damn, that sucks. But yeah, my girlfriend at the time got me a John Elway jersey, and I'm not holding on to the jersey because of the girlfriend or anything like that. Like, we won't talk about that. But I always thought John Elway was one of my favorite quarterbacks when I was growing up, so I like having his jersey. Very random for me to have a Broncos jersey though. Probably the most random jersey that I own. Well, I mean, I've got a bunch of obscure Bengals jerseys, but that's not really that random because I'm a Bengals fan, right? So, like, I got a T.J. Hushmanzada jersey and a Jeff Blake jersey, and, I've got a Ray Maluga jersey. So, all right. Are the Rams calling a timeout here? We got 4:20 left in the game. And it's going to be 3rd and 14. So the Rams need to get probably, I'd say, at least another 10 yards before they're in field goal range. It was the idea that I don't plan on drinking unless the world is ending. Well, I mean, fair enough. You know? Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I'm not going to lie to you, Mark. Alcohol's gross. Like, honestly, I don't really like alcohol. I like beer. You know why I like beer? Because, like, I mean, it's got, like, this one. It's got a pretty high alcohol content for a beer, and it's 6.2 ABV. You know, like 6.2% alcohol, essentially. So like, most of what you're tasting is, like, hops and, like, you know, citrus flavors and stuff like that. And, you know, like, you're not tasting a whole lot of the alcohol. When I taste the alcohol, though, alcohol is gross tasting. I can't really do liquor anymore because, like, it just tastes like, I hate that alcoholic taste. So, I mean, you ain't missing out on much, really. Stafford's going to throw it deep, and that's broken up. That's going to be 4th down. And they're going to have to go for it because they're not close enough for a field goal. That was a wild throw by Stafford. And honestly, that probably could have been intercepted. But no such luck for the Lions. But I'll tell you one thing. If the Lions can stop them here, because the Rams are going to have to go for it. If the Lions can stop them here, then... Wait, hold on. Are they punting? What? The Rams are punting. Okay, I guess they're actually punting. Okay, whatever, I guess. You know, rely on your defense. That was a terrible punt, too. I mean, like, they're going to get the ball at, like, the 17-yard line. You got a short field, and that's the best you can do? That wasn't very good at all. Back after my mom complaining. I'm sorry that your mom was complaining, Mikey. But yeah, Mark, you're not missing out on drinking much. Like, you know, I like beer. Beer is definitely an acquired taste, though, and like alcohol, honestly, is kind of gross. I don't really like the taste of alcohol. So I mean, like, you know, most people, at least when they're younger, most people are drinking because they want the effect, right? And the effect of, like, you know, the alcoholic effect of, like, you know, being drunk or even tipsy or whatever. It's kind of nice. But, you know, you have to drink alcohol first, and alcohol is kind of gross. I do like beer, but beer doesn't really get you drunk. Like, I mean, unless you're a lightweight, which you know, some people are lightweights. My wife, for example, she handles her liquor incredibly, but for whatever reason, she, like, you know, beer will fuck her up pretty quickly. But and I mean, for me, it's much more normal type of thing. Like, you know, I mean, I can have plenty of beer and be fine. But, going back to the point, though, alcohol is gross, in my opinion. Some people like it, and that's fine. But I personally find the taste of alcohol gross, which is part of why I like beer, because you're mostly tasting hops and, you know, whatever else is in the beer. You're not really tasting a whole lot of the alcohol. And you get a little bit more of that taste with the higher alcohol percentage beers like I like drinking, but it's not like drinking liquor. Liquor is... Especially tequila. I hate tequila. I kind of like whiskey, because whiskey is so harsh and, like, awful and whatever, that it almost kind of, like, burns out your taste buds when you drink it. And so you can't really taste it after a certain point, which sounds awful, and it kind of is awful, but it's like if you're trying to, like, get a lot of alcohol in your system quickly, but you don't like the taste of alcohol, that's a good way of doing it, because, like, you don't have to taste it very long. So, but I mean, yeah, if you don't plan on drinking at all, then that's probably not a bad idea. She was complaining, saying the Lions are playing dirty. Dude, the Lions are kind of playing dirty. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the Lions are kind of playing kind of dirty. Like, some of these hits I've seen from the Lions are a little... Some of the hits I've seen from the Lions are a little problematic. Mikey says, I don't ever plan to move out of the house. Well, I'm not entirely sure what that has to do with your mom complaining the Lions and whatever, but, you know, you do what you do, you know? You do what you do. Everybody lives their life the way they see fit. If you don't want to move out of your house, then, I mean, that's something you got to take up with your mom, but, That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. I ain't got a problem with that. All right, second down. 2nd and 7 for the Lions. And they could put this game away if they can get something going. But, you know, I imagine that Rams defense is hungry because this is probably the Rams' last chance to get something done. Go ahead and put this jersey back up. All right, Jared Goff, shotgun formation. Takes a snap, and he throws. It's caught by David Montgomery, who makes a man miss, and he picks up a first down. There you go, Lions. Rams have got to stop him here, really, because I'm not sure. I thought it was kind of a weird decision to punt when you're a little bit in no man's land, and the punt they had wasn't even a good punt. When the Rams fans admit there was a flag on the play in the NFC Championship game, I admit the Lions are playing dirty. Well, it's not even... I'm not even talking about... Personally, I'm not even talking about like they should have been flagged perspective. Like maybe they should have been flagged or whatever. But the Lions are definitely kind of... Some of these hits, it's not just about penalties right now. It's about player safety. And some of these hits from the Lions are a little suspect. So I kind of agree with your mom on that one. Like... Regardless of whether you're going to flag it or not, like these Lions players are a little out of control with some of these hits. All right, 2:17. We're about to go to the 2-minute warning. And I don't think they're going to run another play before the 2-minute warning pops off. I think honestly the Lions are probably just trying to like whittle down whatever time is left. And honestly, They might not have to give the ball back to the Rams. Which is part of why I was wondering why the Rams would punt. I mean, I know like it was a decent amount of yardage to go, but like I don't know, like your defense hasn't played particularly well today, so I don't know, I'd rather rely on the offense, which at least has some momentum, rather than relying on the defense, which isn't doing much. I don't know. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go P for the D. It's not because I'm rooting for the Rams. It's because I'm rooting for a good football game. And we've gotten a great football game so far. But, I mean, maybe we can make it better. Maybe the Rams can make it interesting. So I'm going to go P for the D. Dude, come on, let's go. It took me too long to pee. But the Lions got a first down, apparently. I didn't see what happened. Rams taking their final timeout. Thought I'd get back before that, but whatever. Rams only have one timeout. Well, they have no timeouts now, Mark. They have 0 timeouts now. Amon-Ra St. Brown getting that first down. That's not good. Not good if you're the Rams. Pretty good chance the Lions are going to be able to put this one away at this point now. Because the Lions are out of timeout, or the Rams are out of timeout. So honestly, the Lions can really just they can take off the majority of the remaining clock now. You know, even if they punt the ball away, they can take all of this clock off. So one more first down, this game's probably over. Or am I wrong? They just kneeled the ball, so I guess it must be. Am I thinking about this wrong? You got like Lions fans crying and stuff too. All right, well, I'm wrong. I'm thinking like there'll still be like 20 seconds left in the game or whatever. But nope. I guess the Lions are gonna win this one. All right, well, screw me. They stepped up in the second half. Well, the both teams. This was a really good game. I'm glad we got this game, guys, because this was a really fun game to watch. I'm very happy we got this game. All right, it's gonna be another kneel down. There it is. There it is. I think we're gonna get one more kneel down, and then that is gonna be officially the ball game. If I stream, I'll wait for you to come sing the song. Okay, all right. Well, fair enough then, Mikey. We're under 2 minutes. Yes, we are. We're under 1 minute now. Under 1 minute now. 3rd and 12. 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38. And there's the final kneel down. And that is going to be the ball game. The Detroit Lions have won a playoff game, folks. And you got some Lions fans out there in tears in the stands, and boy, are they probably they are celebrating tonight. When was the last time they won a playoff game? Last time the Detroit Lions won a playoff game? I don't even know. 1992, apparently. So I actually know exactly what Lions fans are going through right now, because a couple of years ago, the Lions playoff drought, the Lions playoff win drought. If 1992 was the last time the Lions won a playoff game, then the Lions playoff win drought it ended up being exactly as long as the Bengals playoff win drought was. And then when they got it in 1990. When the Bengals, in 2021, when the Bengals finally got their first playoff win since 1990, my reaction was, I went nuts. Like, y'all have seen it on this channel. I can probably dig up, like, I was like, it's over! I took a video of myself doing it and everything. I could probably dig up that video and show y'all at some point. Actually, it might be on OBS here. Hold on, let me see. Maybe? Nope. Nope. It is here. Like, I have a thing for it, but let me see. I might actually be able to find it. Hold on, give me a second. Here we go. Alright, so this was my reaction when the Bengals playoff drought ended after the same amount of time as the Lions have just endured. Fuck me. It's not doing it again. Because I found the file. Hold on. Like, that's the file. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up and... Well, the Detroit Lions have won a football game, folks. So, like, either way, that is a sight to behold. That is an absolute sight to behold. Here we go. You guys should probably hear the audio.
Let's go, baby!
So, like, I've got the video.
Let's go! It's over!
Okay, so now I clearly have... This file is clearly works. Why is it not showing up? I might have to just, like, create a whole new thing. Let me get rid of this. Remove. Yes. Media source. There we go.
Let's go, baby! Let's go! It's over!
Yep, that was my dad right next to me in the old school Bengals go. But I know exactly what Lions fans are going through because the Bengals experienced that in 2021, and then we went to the Super Bowl. So I mean, you never know. Maybe the Lions go to the Super Bowl too. Well, that'd be pretty cool. I thought it was going to be the Cowboys, so I guess not now. We had 118 views on this stream. That's not too bad for a live stream that lasts like 4 fucking hours, 3 at this point, 3 and 11. Time for the Saints to go on a playoff drought? Well, I mean, at the end of the playoff drought, you might get a reaction like that. So, hey, good for Lions fans, man. I'm happy with them because I understand what it's like. I understand because I was there pretty recently, I was there pretty recently, so good for the Lions. I'm happy for them to see them win their first playoff game. And they are going to go on next week. And they will play, let's see, depending on the Eagles-Buccaneers game, obviously. So if the Buccaneers game, if the Buccaneers win, then the Lions will host the Buccaneers. If the Eagles win, then the Lions will... Okay, so it'll basically just be the winner of the Buccaneers-Eagles game. That's who the Lions are going to play next week. And then the Packers are going to play the 49ers no matter what because it's the 1 seed versus the 7 seed. So yeah, the Lions are going to host the winner of the Buccaneers-Eagles game from next week. So that's kind of crazy. We got... Let's see. Not next week, tomorrow. So we got 2 more playoff games to see what happens. Texans and Chiefs winning yesterday in the AFC. And then tomorrow night you got the Bills and the Steelers. Going to see who's going to win between them. I'd imagine it's probably going to be the Steelers. And then with the Eagles and Buccaneers, if Jalen Hurts isn't playing, I'm thinking it's going to be the Buccaneers, honestly. So then in the divisional round you'll have Chiefs Bills. I think the Bills can win that game. You have Texans Ravens. And I think the Texans win that game, honestly. Because, we'll see with the Ravens, but I think the Texans win that game. Buccaneers-Lions, I think the Lions probably beat the Buccaneers. Packers-49ers, 49ers win that game. Lions over the 49ers in the NFC Championship, and then Bills over Texans in the AFC Championship. And then I think Lions over Bills. I think the Lions could end up winning the Super Bowl, y'all. What a change of pace. No Bucks. I'm sorry, Mikey. But I think they're going to beat the Eagles. If Jalen Hurts isn't playing, they'll probably beat him. Oh, did I say the Steelers would beat the Bills by accident? Did I say that? Because that's not what I meant. The Bills will win. Bills will definitely win. Bills will definitely win that game, I think. But anyway, it's like 11 o'clock at night. I need to go finish up with a few more things that I'm doing before I head to bed. And then I got a long day of doing stuff tomorrow. Hoping that I can get a few things done so that I can stream this Bills-Steelers game. If not, then I'll try to make it for the Eagles-Buccaneers game, but I'll definitely stream at least one of them. Probably not both, but at least one of them. I want to try to make it for that Bills-Steelers game, but I just don't know if it's going to happen. We'll see. But until then, catch me on my social medias. You know, we picked up an extra subscriber today. That was pretty cool. Shout out to Kyle once again. And unless we picked up another one that I'm not aware of, I believe that means we're 18 away from my end-of-season goal of 500. I think we can get there. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Because then I can focus on trying to put content out and getting those watch hours up. If I get those watch hours up and we've got these subscribers, that means I can start making money off this YouTube channel. And what that means for you guys is it means that I can focus on putting content out. Because, you know, if I'm making money on this channel, then I don't have to focus on trying to make money in other ways. Which, you know, I got to pay my bills. So, you know, I'm also planning on, I set up a Patreon account. I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to run that just yet, but that's another way that if you want to support me, that's another way to do it. You know, I'll give some more details about that over time. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to put out more content on this channel. It's just, you know, life keeps getting in the way. But if it's a way that I'm supporting my life, then that makes it a lot easier for me to commit to putting content out on this channel. So, you know, we'll see what happens. I'm not saying, like, you know, I'm not going to put, it's not like an ultimatum or anything. If you don't, like, nobody has to give me any money. I'm going to do this anyway. But, you know, I'm just saying I might be able to be a little bit more consistent with it if I'm, you know, able to partially make a living off of it, you know. But either way, we'll see. I just enjoy you guys being here and giving me somebody to watch football with, because that's why I started this YouTube channel in the first place. We finally got a good playoff game. Lions-Rams, and the Lions get their first playoff win in 31 years or some crazy fucking number, whatever. I don't know. But it's been fun. All right. So, till tomorrow, you know, if I can, you know, we'll see you around, and, yep. I'll leave y'all, as always, with a hoo-day!